And welcome back to Sports the NEMO Way, the QB rankings episode. Yes, we have our end of season rankings for our QBs, Sports the NEMO Way style. I know we're a couple weeks late technically. We've saved the playoff games. Those are not included in these rankings. Every single person, including Drew.
Drew was early.
Yeah, he was. Got their rankings into me before the playoffs started. Some people some people like a week before, so that was good. So we're not including the playoffs in this. So if you saw, CJ Stroud completely melt down, that's not included in this or anything like that. So that being said, I'll go ahead and get a little bit more housekeeping out of the way. We had a whole bunch of people lined up to be available by phone, a couple of which have canceled, so we will not be able to call and talk to some of our favorite people about their ridiculousness. Biggie.
Biggie was even supposed to be here in person.
Yeah, Biggie and Brock were supposed to be here in person. We had to make a schedule change. Unfortunately, I got really sick last week. We had to push it back to this week, and now the two of them can't be here. And neither one of them are actually even available by phone tonight. But we do have some people available by phone, and I do have some explanations given to me by a couple people. That being said, I think we can get started here. And all five of us regulars are here, by the way. But that being said, starting off at number 32 was none other than Kenny Pickett, who ended the year as a starting quarterback for the Raiders. Because Geno Smith was just a hack.
I mean, Geno was really tearing it up this year.
I think Wade was very disappointing because he really wanted to talk about Geno. But
I think I had him last in the last list.
That being said, he did have a little bit of a disparity. He was 24 to 32. Four of us, I don't know if any of you in this room, I assume some of us, had him at 32.
I did.
Yeah.
I had him at 32.
I didn't have him at 32, but I think he's near 32. I had him at 31.
I gave him an optimistic 29.
There you go.
Hank.
Well, Tyler had him optimistically at 24.
Ooh,
No.
wow. That is
Come on,
crazy.
man.
Robert had him at 29 as well.
Okay, that's a smart one.
Like
Robert had him where?
29.
There you go.
The Raiders are just so much of a mess as a franchise. I guess that as much as I didn't even pay that much attention. So when you sent it to me, I was like, who's Pickett even starting for? Then I was like, oh, Geno's gone. I was like, oh, they must have switched that last couple weeks of the season, or when did they even do the switch? Because I guess I wasn't even really paying attention to the Raiders season.
Yeah, nobody cared about the Raiders. That's why nobody found out.
Because I guess I really didn't even know. And now everyone says in their mock draft they're taking Mendoza, which that's a whole different conversation. But they're just a mess of a franchise right now. I mean,
Yeah, go Hoosiers, right?
yeah.
Something good in Indiana this year.
There you go, Ray.
But
1 out of 4.
we'll see who they hire as their head coach. They obviously need a lot of players, not just a quarterback. But
Yeah.
They need a lot. Maybe everything but tight end and defensive end.
yeah.
No kidding.
I mean, they have a decent running back, like that stat Wade sent us.
Yeah.
What was it? 1,100 yards of his 1,300 where he got touched.
Yeah, it was yards after contact.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
But to move us along to number 31 was Drew's boy, Justin Fields.
Old Justin.
Yeah.
He had kind of a pathetic year, to be honest with you.
Week 1 really surprised us. We were like, dang.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at the Jets. And then, ooh.
He dropped 4 spots from our midseason rankings. So not a huge drop. He was 26 to 32. Tyler again being high man at 26. And Schaller being the lone man at 32.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I had him at 31. I
had him at 30, so I was down there.
I think I just put him at 31 just because he played more games than Kenny Pickett. Like, he stuck it out. some of those times with the Jets for a little bit. I mean, he got benched and hurt at some point throughout the season, but
I gave him another optimistic 28.
Yeah. I mean, look
I
at
also
look.
had 28. So
I'll say, look at Ray, just holding in for these end of the guy.
I know.
Guys.
Sometimes you just feel bad for these guys that just can't play football like the other guys.
not even just that. I just feel bad for other guys' situations
Yeah.
because not everyone gets dealt the same hand,
No.
unfortunately.
Justin Fields been getting tossed around like hot potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point, I feel like he's not going to get any more chances to start.
I think
I'd say they're probably over.
I'm with Wade. I think he's done.
I think he's a backup.
I think. Yeah.
Unless
he wants to change positions and go start as like a running
Slot
back
receiver
or
or
a
something.
receiver. Yeah,
Yeah.
something dumb like that.
Well, coming in at number 30, down 5 spots, is none other than J.J. McCarthy,
Yep.
Drew's favorite quarterback from the last 2 drafts ago.
Good old 9.
He was right there with the other two. His gap being 25 to 32. Buddy having him at 32. Uncle Doug, you had him in high man at 25.
Yeah, 25.
So what was your thought process there with having him at 25? You think?
Well, I was looking more at numbers instead of potential and stuff. And a lot of the guys in between didn't play very much.
Mm-hmm.
So they wouldn't have had a lot of numbers. So the bottom of the list is,
There's some sad quarterbacks on here. There really is.
yeah.
Yeah,
there's 7 or 8 pretty bad guys on here.
I kind of did my first 6 or 7, and then I went to the bottom. And until I get to about 25, it's some pretty sad situations going on.
Well,
But yeah,
or for me, some no playing time. I have several guys down there that are really good quarterbacks, but they didn't play.
mine are a little. Yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, I had McCarthy at 29, so I'm not.
So do
far.
I.
I'm not.
I also put him at
As
29.
Ray would say, an optimistic 29.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Optimistic.
Hey,
Yeah.
they went on a 5-game winning streak to end the year.
The way I looked at J.J. McCarthy was, he's in a phenomenal situation and he still fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
He has multiple really good receivers, a good tight end, an offensive line that was drastically improved, multiple running backs.
a
And
head
he still
coach guru.
Yeah.
Well, my big thing is I don't know that he's ever going to get better because he's constantly getting hurt.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How many games did he play? Does anyone know? Yeah,
I don't know.
I can look it up.
I would say I feel like he never played more than like 3 games in a row. Like he was constantly like, oh, concussion. Oh, he hurt his ankle. Oh,
He played 10 games.
Dang it.
He barely got the double digits this year. Yeah,
And how many of those games did he finish?
That's true.
yeah.
that is also true as well.
And like Wade said, I mean, Sam Darnold was there the year before, 14-3.
That looks like a big.
And they spent a bunch of money in the offseason on free agents.
They signed 2 of our offensive linemen, and then brought them in to help protect them.
That whole thing's looking like a big mistake by the Vikings front office
It's
after what he's doing in Seattle. That's even. I even said that even before the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I think it's,
Darnold's done his job.
I think it's him, Peyton, maybe Brady, and there might be one other person that's the only quarterbacks that ever won back-to-back seasons of 14-win seasons as a starting quarterback. I think it's like maybe those 3 and then like one other person. And it's like it's crazy. Like he's in it with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's wild. Say Sam Darnold in the same sentence, like with Breeze and Brady and Manning.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember at the beginning of the year on our first QB rankings, we talked about how it was hard to rank Darnold because you didn't know if last year was a fluke or not.
Yeah.
Right.
He answered a lot of questions this
He
year.
did.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we can move on to one of our more interesting cases here, although I can't call about it, unfortunately. At number 29 was Shedeur Sanders
Oh, God. That's way too high.
being drug up by Biggie's number 21 ranking.
Oh, my God. Are you serious, Biggie?
But I will say this, and I will just tell the listeners, I forgot everybody's list. So unless it's somebody in this room, I may not be able to figure it out. But somebody had him ranked at 22 as well. Biggie was highest, but not only by like 1 or 2 spots.
I had him at 30.
I think I put him at 32.
Sanders, I had him at 28.
He's dead last on my list.
Yes, he is.
Well,
He had one good game against the Titans.
It's a
The
great,
Titans.
it's a great opponent, right?
Yeah.
I got some fun. I just came
Oh,
across.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Out of every quarterback that played at least 7 games, which he played 7 games, he's 35th in completion percentage, 29th in total yards per game, 24th in yards per pass, dead last out of everyone who played 7 games in touchdown to turnover ratio, 36th in QB rating, and 31st in sacks per game. There's only 32 teams.
Yes. When you said 35th, I'm like, well, there's just 3 other guys that
Yeah.
are only playing part-time that are ahead of him.
Passer rating, he's 36th. He was bad in a lot of
Well,
categories.
he ended up playing the Bears, and we picked him off 3 times.
Yeah.
2 of them were just bad throws. One was a really good play by Jalen Johnson, but the other 2, just dumb throws.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Now,
was,
what is Cleveland going to do?
I don't know.
Beat Cleveland and shit.
I mean,
who wants that job?
Right.
Nobody.
Like, for real,
At
who
this
wants
point.
who wants to go be the head coach for that franchise?
Multiple people have just told them no. Like,
Yeah.
we're not interviewing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
we're not
it's
interested.
just a mess. They're wasting draft picks on all these worthless core. I mean,
We're wasting Myles Garrett's career.
yeah.
I don't think he really cares. I think he's kind of over.
He's just going to go get sacks and call it a year.
yeah, he's going to do
Yeah.
what he's going to do.
He
Getting
is.
paid big money to do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's going to get another defensive player of the year, so.
But they needed to pick one or the other, either Gabriel or Sanders.
Well, they still got, what do you mean, Dad? They still got Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
still
about
paying
that.
him.
Oh,
It's all guaranteed money. Might as well keep him on the roster.
Deshaun sexual harassment.
Yeah, that's just,
I think the thing with Shador is there's so many people in the media that are still trying to talk to us about how great he was this year. There's a bunch of people won't admit that he was bad.
right.
So then I don't know. It's kind of a
And we're not really
turn-off
saying
almost.
it's his fault. The Browns just aren't good.
Yeah, I mean they are bad. Yeah, they are a bad team. But
I'm not saying if he's not in the
he
right
was
spot,
also
he can't be
terrible.
decent. But he was not this great, really good. I remember after his
Yeah.
first 2 games or whatever it was, where he lost one and then he won the other, and they were all, he's the next coming of Jesus as quarterback. I'm like, guys, he's played like the Titans and the Raiders. We got to relax.
it was the Raiders that he played well. I think against.
And he
Everybody played well against the Raiders.
They beat the Titans.
that.
Remember, it was the battle of the rookie quarterbacks, and they named like, oh, look how much better he played than Ward, and we're all like against the Bears or the Browns defense.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break. But by the way, I figured out who the guy is that I'm at 22. It's Dalton.
Oh, no. Dalton's going to be another usual suspect tonight.
Oh, D-Big.
All right. Well, we can move on from bashing Shador Sanders and move on to number 28. Down 4 spots is Michael Penix Jr.
Oh, boy.
Penix was a little up and down on our list this year. I think some of us gave him the benefit of the doubt that he might have a decent year,
And some of us didn't.
and then
And then he got hurt the rest of the year and he didn't play.
but he didn't play well when he did play.
No. He looked like an absolute idiot against Panthers.
But we have the high and low man in this room. So Uncle Doug, you are low man at 31,
That's right.
which is only 3 spots from where he came in.
Yeah.
So not that big of a deal. But what I just say, why do you think you put him, below somebody like McCarthy?
I've just never been a Penix guy.
He hasn't.
Not from the time he was at
He
Washington.
didn't like him in college.
I didn't like him in college. I didn't think he was that good.
He was always hurt in college.
Right, because he
Yeah.
was at Indiana.
Yeah, he blew
Then
out
he
his
went to
knee.
Washington.
Twice, I think, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
And
that's
I
what.
just,
Yeah.
when he went down there and they kind of messed it up. And
Well, our good buddy Ray, you had him at 22. Would you like to give us a little
Well, I
explanation?
mean, I could probably drop him 2 spots, but I mean, other than that, Tua didn't do a whole lot. Jane Daniels didn't do a whole lot. I could have probably put Tyler So up above him, but Bryce Young didn't do a whole lot. Justin Fields didn't do it. I mean, there's like 10 quarterbacks here that he's probably a little bit better than.
You're not going to hear an argument for Justin Fields from me.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm sure Robert is all on board your Tua train there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you've heard this, but you want to hear Robert's quarterbacks? This is his bottom list. This is his. He has Michael Penix at 30. Then he has Justin Fields at 31. Then at 32, he has Quinn Ewers. 33, he has Zach Wilson. 34, he has 64-year-old Dan Marino. Then 35, my God, anyone with a functioning arm. And then 36 is finally Tua.
That's good.
So Robert is over the Tua.
But I guess I'm going to stick this one to you, Ray.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels. Okay. I guess my question is, although Daniels had an injury-prone season like Penix this year, we've actually seen Daniels be a good quarterback before.
Oh yeah.
Unlike Michael Penix Jr.
Right.
So I get, that's something I was asking about. Like, what do you think you went ahead with Penix ahead of him?
I couldn't really be specific. I couldn't really tell you. I mean, I was really high on Jaden Daniels at the beginning of the season.
You were, yeah.
Like he was my top 5, but then he became non-existent.
He just let you down, and then you were mad at him, right?
Probably, yeah. That's exactly it.
I mean, Penix this year played 9 games. He started 9 games. He went 3-6.
Ooh.
9 touchdowns and 3 picks. I mean,
That's a pretty good ratio.
he won 3 games though, and they went 8-9. So that means they only. So what was their record? I'm trying to do the math in my head. They won.
Come
they
on,
went
college.
5 and.
Come on, college.
3.
I got this. 3. Yes, thank you, A. Yeah, they went 5-3 without him. So
Yeah.
benching Kirk Cousins last year obviously was the wrong move.
And this year, their defense was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They set the franchise record in sacks this year.
And Bijan was a beast.
Bijan was the all-purpose leader.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about McCaffrey. Bijan was the
What's
leader.
his name? Pitts had the year of his career.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I know it helped my fantasy team.
Well, gents, shall we move on to another young quarterback at 27?
Okay.
None other than Ward. Our boy we mentioned earlier in the Battle of the Rookies.
Cam Ward is that high?
Cam Ward is at 27. He's up 3 spots, so he moved up from where he was. 2 of us had him tied at 31, which was not me, so I have to look. I don't know if any of you had him at 31.
Oh, I did. No, I
I'm at
definitely had
30.
him there.
I had him at 28.
I actually had him at 27, right where he came in.
Biggie had him at 20.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Now I will say this. This is the way I looked at Ward. I don't know how the rest of you all felt. There was not a snowball's chance in hell I was putting Shedeur Sanders ahead of him, who barely played and played terrible.
I mean,
He threw more picks than touchdowns. He looked terrible. His completion percentage was dog shit. Cam Ward played the entire season on a terrible team and had 18 touchdowns and 6 picks. It wasn't out there.
Functioning.
He was functioning as a quarterback on an awful team.
Right.
Had no defense, no offense.
one of his touchdown passes was to his defensive tackle. That tells you how bad things got.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm not putting him below somebody like Sanders or even McCarthy, who I was just like, I just couldn't get there.
I was just like, he stuck it out. He played. He played all 17 games. He was okay with what he had. I mean, if you look at his stats and you look at the team around him, like, okay, that probably matches.
I just put him. I mean, I agree with you, but I put Shedeur dead last on my list.
He's
so-
mine too, yeah.
So I agree with you on that point. And I don't have anything against Cam Ward. I think he's actually going to probably end up being good. But with the talent around him, we just didn't really get to see him do anything really good.
That's true.
Like, he just never really had great moments. It didn't seem like, well, I
Right.
shouldn't say great moments, but he didn't really have multiple great games or anything. It just seemed like such a struggle for him to do anything on that team. So I don't know. I just put him near the bottom of my list. It was just a rough season for the Titans in general.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody just sign to coach there?
Yeah, the Browns coach, right?
Salah.
Oh,
No,
Salah.
Robert Saleh.
Robert
Which is a
Saleh.
mistake, by the way. You don't give a defensive coordinator to a young quarterback. That's
He
a
hates him
terrible-
anyway. He
that's a
doesn't like him anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, yeah, we saw the disaster when he was the Jets coach with Zach Wilson and all them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
That's my thing. If you're Robert Saleh, you're a great defensive coordinator, and then you go and you try and revive the Jets, and it does not work. Then you go back to being a defensive coordinator,
Do fantastic.
do a
again.
great job again, and then you want to go to another franchise that's in a complete
Right.
struggling rebuild. You just failed at that 2 years ago.
Well, he said he's going to do things differently this time. He's gonna call defensive plays instead of letting his defensive coordinator do it.
Well, he needs to
then what's
find
the
a
point of
really
paying
good
the
offensive
defensive
coordinator.
coordinator?
A super good
Take
offensive
care of
coordinator. Yeah,
the quarterback.
He's got to find somebody.
Some guys just need to wait for the right team.
I agree.
Yes.
Like,
You
don't
need to
just
wait for
rush
a good
into it.
opportunity. Because it's not like Shanahan was going to get rid of him.
Right? Oh
No.
no.
He could have pulled Ben Johnson and be like, "Hey, I'm going to wait another year."
Yeah, why not?
And come back and be a coordinator, and then a better job opened up. Yeah, cool.
Like the guy that's coaching Seattle, his name's escaping me.
McDonald.
Yeah,
He
McDonald.
did this phenomenal job with the Ravens, and he got interviews, I think, for a year or two, but he waited to go to a team that was loaded with great defenders that he could coach up and turn this phenomenal. Now in 2 years, he's a game away from the Super Bowl.
He's been able to get
his defense.
He's
is
been able to build
unbelievable.
enough in an offense behind his defense.
Yeah.
He's got a really great receiver and a quarterback that will take care of the ball and like
It
a couple
was
good
a-
running backs.
It was a smart thing for him to do to wait to go to a place like that.
Well, and you
Salah's
want an
rushing
owner
it.
that's going to, and a general manager that's going to get you what you need.
Yeah.
Some of these owners and general managers are doing terrible jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, before I say who this next guy is, Drew, did you say Robert was available?
Yes.
All right, let's call Robert.
Okay.
At number 26 is none other than Tua.
boy.
10 spots higher than Robert had. But this is exactly the same spot Tua was at midseason.
Yeah.
26. He came in 26 both times. His spread was 22-32. Our high guy was Uncle Doug
Yep.
at 22, and our low guy was Robert.
At 36.
At 36.
36.
Clear off the list.
I had two at 26. All right, we ready? I'll call him.
Yep. Disappointed to old Robert with him being 26. Oh, he just hung up on you.
I heard him, and then he must have accidentally hit it. Let's try this again.
Man, he said, "Fuck you, Drew."
Hello?
How's it going?
Good. How are you? Your first question has arrived.
Uh-oh.
That's your favorite guy, too, at number 36. So would you like to tell us why you ranked Mr. Tua all the way at the bottom of your list?
I mean, I don't think there much needs to be said. I don't know how many interceptions he ended up. Okay. You know what the most surprising stat of the entire NFL season was?
What?
The Jets ended the year with not a single interception on their entire defense.
They played Tua twice.
They played Tua twice.
Yep.
I mean, that is astounding.
Well, you need to tell him that your dad had him at 22.
Well, and we're supposed to say Dad had him. You had him the high, man?
Yeah, I was the
My
high.
dad had him at high at 22, by the way.
Oh,
Sorry, Robert.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even think you can argue top 30. He's not mobile. He's not durable. He lacks arm talent. He's short.
He's
Good
left-handed.
dude. Good dude. He's just terrible at football.
And he loves being a Dolphin, so quit hating.
I mean,
So, yeah, is he going
I
to be...
would too if he gets paid $100 million over the next 2 years, whether he is playing quarterback for us or working at Walmart.
So, this is another question for you. Will he be the quarterback then, week one for you, with your new coach and everything, you think, or...
God, I hope not. I hope they didn't bring that guy in to be some like Tua,
Fixer.
fixer, because
Well,
that's impossible.
Well, he's the defensive coordinator, so I doubt he's...
No, I like that. I like what they're doing. Bringing in a defensive-minded guy, bringing in a new GM. Hopefully they give Ewers a shot this year just to kind of see what he has, and then we can go from there. But
That's fair, yeah.
Well, your boy Tua came in at 26 overall.
Yeah, 26 overall for him, so...
well, that's about 6 places too high. But
All right, well, thank you for that, and I'll call you again here in a little bit for a couple other guys.
oh yeah, I'll be around.
All right, thank you.
Yep, I'll
Bye.
see you.
All right. Well, surprisingly, guys, at number 25 is none other than Tyler Shuck. and he obviously was not on the list before, so he didn't move up or down. But he had a huge disparity, 14 to 32.
14.
Dalton had him at 14.
Oh, jeez.
And 2 people had him tied for 32. So did anybody in here have him at 32?
No, I haven't
Really?
26.
I think it was I think Tyler had him at 32.
I had him at 23, and I agree more with him being higher than lower.
That's what I would say. 32 for him. I've struggled with
He
that.
played well.
For that Saints team that they traded away half their talent at the trade deadline.
And I think he had a winning record as a starter.
I think he went like 6-3 or like 5-4
Yeah.
or something like
He
that.
didn't look bad.
I thought he played pretty well.
Here,
for his situation.
I'll pull up his stats.
I'll say I had him at 26, right about where he came in.
I mean,
I think
he's
I'm close to Drew. Let me go.
he started 9 games. He went 5-4.
Yeah, Tyler had him at 32.
He had a 67 completion percentage. He threw for 2,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 picks.
I had him at 23. I mean, so I had him beaten.
Yeah.
A decent chunk. Of
And
guys.
he rushed for about 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, and Biggie's the other one. Biggie and Tyler had him at 32.
Oh, jeez, Biggie.
And he has Shador Sanders at like 21. What the fuck are we doing?
well, I think the Saints have got a shot with him.
I
I mean, he showed enough this year that he's got some potential.
they just got to get out of their cap space problem that they've been in for the last couple years. They have no room at all.
Because they put off their rebuild for so many years
Yeah.
now. They've been stretching out all these contracts.
They kept
and stuff.
pushing it and pushing it till Drew Brees, and then it finally caught up with them.
I think they even tried the year after Drew Brees. Remember who they bring in?
It was
Was that the
Derek
Taysom
Carr.
Hill year?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, and then Derek Carr got hurt, and then Taysom Hill, and then now it's just
Yeah.
Taysom Hill.
old Cameron Jordan. And don't they have Chase Young? Didn't they trade for Chase Young?
Yeah, they have that. They have a middle linebacker they pay a bunch of money to too, Davis or
I think you're right. Yeah,
Mario Davis or something like that.
And I think they're still paying Cam Jordan.
Yeah, I think he's still there.
He's still there, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
He's old.
He's making good money.
I'm sure Olave makes decent money. He's
You
a,
ain't-
he's a
I
good
know they
receiver.
traded Marshawn Lattimore, but you think they're still paying part of that contract, or did the
Could
Commanders take it off?
And they traded
really.
one of their receivers during the season. this year.
He returned the opening kickoff
Yeah.
for the Seahawks. It's
Yeah.
Rashid, whatever. It's
And they just. I mean, he's not, he wasn't there this year, but before this year, they had Tyrann Mathieu for like 3 years straight. That they
Yeah,
were.
oh,
he
aren't they
retired during camp.
Are they paying Alvin Kamara,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
who's
Yeah, they are.
been
I'm sure-
arrested, hurt, who knows what, ever since Drew Brees has left?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty sure they had a couple offensive linemen that were decent too.
Did they pay Michael
What was
Thomas?
it, Ramczyk or
Something like that.
yeah.
Didn't they pay Michael Thomas, and then he just decided to never play football again? Or
Yeah, I don't know if that's still going on, but they definitely.
that was part of it for a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
There's-
I thought he was a bright spot for them in the second half of the year. They can build off of that.
I thought it was at worst. I felt like he was solid.
Yeah.
Like he was.
He
He was
showed some
okay.
potential, something that they can.
He's able to
hopefully
have a
build
winning
on.
record. I mean,
Yeah.
And they have their first round pick this year, so they can put something around him.
hopefully, or some protection or something.
Yeah, I didn't watch hardly any Saints. I think I only watched one Saints game this year, and it was early on when Rattler was still playing.
Yeah, when they played the
yeah,
Bears,
Rattler
Rattler
was
was playing, and
terrible.
we beat him pretty easily. That's the only Saints game I watched.
So pretty much all my Shuck stuff is off of stats and like highlights, so I don't have a complete picture.
It's not like I'm watching all 17 Saints games every
God,
week
well.
in and week out. That's another franchise. I'm good.
That'll make you be an alcoholic if you went till 17.
Well, that being said, at number 24 is another newcomer to our list. Jacoby Brissett came in at number 24. He had another fairly decent size swap or space there. 31 and 19 to 31.
Who put him at 31?
Tyler.
What's Tyler doing, man?
Man,
Well,
that's ridiculous.
I know what Tyler's doing. I have an explanation for Tyler's list. But we're gonna get a little bit higher before I break this down.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But yes, Tyler did something that none of the rest of us did, and I find it. I don't know that it's correct, but I find it interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
I had Brissett at 22. I thought with that Cardinal team, I thought he was slinging the ball around. He protected
He was
the ball.
putting up
Yeah,
huge numbers.
I had him at 20.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's putting up. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, I saw him play the Rams twice, and
He was just gunslinging. That's what he was
Yeah.
doing. He was out there slinging it.
yep,
I mean, he had multiple like 450-yard games.
Right. I mean, he put up some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Colts pulled one out, didn't we? Wade against them.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we got that game.
Something like that.
But it was close.
I mean, he started
Must have been the first half of the season because we didn't win a game during the second half.
he started 12 games, 65 completion percentage, 3,300 yards, 23 touchdowns, the 8 picks. I mean,
Yeah, not bad numbers.
you can't.
No, not at
That's
all.
not bad at all.
So that's why I put him in at 20.
And I think Marvin Harrison was out off and on throughout the year. At some point they went all the way down to like a practice squad running back. He did have Trey McBride though, so that was
Trey McBride.
McBride looked
Looking
good.
good. They had this guy that broke out in the second half of the season, something Wilson.
oh yeah.
I picked him up in a couple fantasy leagues and he actually helped me in one or two of them. What was his first name? I can't remember.
I know the Wilson does sound familiar. I can't
He's
think
like,
of
I
it.
think he's really young, like a first or second year guy.
Look at that.
He ended up with like 1,000-yard season.
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
So the Knicks just beat the Nets 120-66.
Holy cow!
Sorry. Oh my
I'm
god.
glad we weren't watching that.
Jeez.
Come on over to the Pacers, Mike Porter Jr.
Yeah, against San Francisco, he was 47 of 57. It's an 82% completion percentage for 452 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just 2 picks, but 82% and 450 yards.
Yeah.
it's pretty
Against,
nice.
you say it was the 49ers?
Yeah.
With,
Yeah.
it depends on what time of year it was, because that defense, there was end there was
It
nobody.
was in
yeah.
November.
Okay, so they were okay. But no,
I just thought I put him more, up here a little bit, in the lower 20s, but just simply for the fact I was like, he's a veteran that knows what he's doing, and he went out there and also produced. He did both.
Right.
He's not still trying to learn on the job, and we actually saw him do something.
yeah,
So I was like,
he
what?
had them in games.
He did.
Like they weren't.
Yeah.
They were pretty much never out of it.
No, they were.
I mean, they were just
They never won most of them, but they're at least competitive. He kept them competitive.
exactly.
Something Kyler just he can't stay on the field ever.
Yeah.
I mean, he came in at 24. Bob was high man at 19.
Bob likes Brissett a lot.
I guess he was a Patriot, wasn't he? So I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I had him at 22, so I was ahead of the average.
Mhm.
Yeah. I had him at 20. So
When I first looked at Bob's list, I said, "Oh, we give him Brissett some love." He said, "Hey, man, he killed it on the Cardinals." I said, "I won't argue that. He did
yeah,
good."
he did.
All right. Well, at number 23 is none other than Jaden Daniels, who drops down 4 spots from where he was midseason. He has the exact same spread as Brissett, 19 to 31. Buddy at 19 and Biggie at 31. Biggie has been on the Jaden Daniels hate train all year. Jaden Daniels and C.J. Stroud, he is against them. I don't know.
They're not the Lamar Jackson.
Apparently not Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Sanders.
It's just the little Jaden played. He wasn't as good this year, and then he just got hurt.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
He
why
got
I
hurt
have him
twice,
so-
didn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I have him way down there too.
Yeah.
But again, it's because he just didn't play.
yeah. That's why I have
Yeah.
him so far down. And I'm like, and we're ranking him just off this year.
Where did you have him, Uncle Doug?
I had him like 29.
Yeah.
I had
put
him
him
way
at
down there.
22. I gave him 22 just out of because we all know how talented he is, but at the
Right.
same time,
Right.
like you all said, he literally he didn't play, and the Commander's season was a disaster.
Yeah.
So,
Because I think at the beginning of the year, I had him way high.
I haven't top
Because I
10.
really like Jaden
yeah,
Daniels.
but I was like, if
But, I mean,
we're ranking him
good
off
at
this year, and he didn't do anything.
Mhm.
He was okay, kind of good at the beginning, and then he got hurt. And
yeah,
I gave him the benefit of the doubt over some guys just simply for the fact, like I said to Ray earlier, I've seen him be a good quarterback.
Right.
I haven't seen you be a good quarterback yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to put him ahead of you, but not necessarily because he lit the world on fire this year. You know?
well, I think with Jaden, we've seen how good he can be.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see if he can play, if he can stay on the field.
Right. It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, that was the worry for the whole time.
Right. Exactly.
after 1 year, we're already here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very reminiscent of another Redskins quarterback.
Yep.
Well, that's what everyone's saying. It's the same thing as RG3.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't end up that bad.
I hope
but
it
his-
do.
his whole-
I really like
But
it.
his whole supporting cast is old. They
Yeah,
have the
they are.
oldest team in the league, but they're like 28 or 29 on average.
they're all old, and he's kind of tiny.
Yeah, he
He's
really
so
need to
thin.
gain
He's
weight.
not a big
thin.
human being.
Well, here, let's see.
Yeah.
I just looked him up on Pro Football Reference. He says he's 6'4", like 200 pounds,
I'll be honest.
and I don't think he's.
He's probably 180 max.
Is he
No.
really? Is he really 6'4"?
Yeah.
He's pretty tall.
He's taller than what you
but
think.
he's super
but
skinny.
there's nothing to his. It's nothing to him.
Yeah.
I think that was probably like.
Huh.
That's not why it looks so bad. Did you guys see when he broke his arm, like his elbow against the Seahawks? I think that's why it looked so bad, just because it was so thin. You could see it. You could see it right away. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he needs to put on a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
If he's gonna last.
The problem with guys like that is like, you never know if they put on a bunch of weight. Is he going to lose his mobility?
Right. He's not gonna be able to run.
Well, and then does he have knee problems? 'Cause if you put on weight, his knees aren't used to running around with
true.
30, 40 extra pounds of weight. Blow out a knee or something dumb.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that happens when your body's used to carrying around.
And then not only that, but like you start getting hit because you think you can get around the corner or you think you can get by this guy and he just lights you up because you don't have the step anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think the little I watched him this year, he did a little bit better, I think, of running out of bounds and sliding. Last year, he did not. His rookie year, he was just lowering his shoulder in the middle linebackers. I'm like, dude, you got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to talk about someone soon that does that
Yes,
too. That-
yes, we are.
Yep.
Let's just go ahead and lead into that. At number 22 is none other than Jackson Dart,
Yeah.
who was down one spot from 21 to 22. His spread was 17 to 26. We had two people tied at both spots. Is anybody in this room at 17 or 26?
I got Jackson Dart at 17.
I got him at 23.
24.
I'm at 21.
So, Ray, what is your thought process at 17?
Well, I just really like what he was getting started up there in New York, and then he just got injured and just kind of just didn't.
I like
couldn't continue. I just really like the guy, really.
I like
But he's got to learn to go feet first.
Yeah,
or go out of bounds.
Yeah, or he'll never play.
I even like that running back they got up there. I think that's going to be
Scatterboo?
a hell of a
Scatterboo.
tandem next year.
Well, they'll have
Garden.
neighbors back, and they got Harbaugh as a coach.
The NFL, for about 2 or 3 weeks, everyone had Dart and Scatterboo fever.
Yeah,
That's all everyone talked about for about 2 or 3 weeks in the NFL, and then they both started getting hurt, and it was over.
Well, yeah, Scaboo
Yeah.
snapped his ankle against the Eagles.
Yeah.
that was gross, too.
They were
That
entertaining,
was.
though. They were entertaining to
I
watch.
mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But Scatterboo's going to have to.
could be in a meathead.
Well, Big E's
Yeah.
one of our low guys.
Surprise, surprise.
I wish we could talk to Big E. I when he was going to come when I was sick, I was so looking forward to it so much. I was like, this is going to
Oh,
be so
yeah.
much fun.
I was too. I was finally happy. I was ready to sing because I always say Biggie's the problem. I knew he wasn't going to be happy with my Lamar Jackson rating. But
I'll
I
say
did-
that's all I was waiting for when we were going to do it the last time was just Biggie's Lamar Jackson take. That's what I was.
I'm sure we would have got him down a huge rabbit hole about Lamar.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Alrighty, Jackson Dart. I mean, I would say if he could have stayed healthy, he was on the trajectory to actually put up some really nice numbers.
He was.
It was just the concussions.
Yeah.
I mean-
he's got to protect his head.
He really does. All right. At number 21 was none other than Daniel Jones, down 16 spots. One of the biggest fallers of all, obviously because of injury at this point. But yes, the Colts quarterback, we have two Colts fans in the room. Ray is our high man at 13.
Yeah.
We had two tied at low at 23, so only two off of where he actually ended up. So Ray, you're kind of the outlier here, buddy. What were your thoughts there?
I mean, he was doing pretty good before he got injured. I can't really rank him because he's not on the field. So
It's a handful of these guys, yeah.
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 So I had to go with what I had before he got injured, and that's where I put him. Is at 13.
Well, other Colts fan, where'd you put him?
19.
Okay, so again, like two spots off where he ended up.
Yeah.
We had a couple of those where like the high man or the low man was only like one or two spots off of where they actually ended up, which actually is kind of cool. Jones had slowed down after like week 6 or whatever and wasn't putting up like astronomical numbers, but he was still playing well enough.
Yeah.
He's doing
Before he
decent.
got
Oh, yeah, he was doing fine.
Old Daniel Jones was starting to make appearances, and that's why we started.
It wasn't the
losing.
one at the beginning of the year that we saw that was throwing
Yeah.
for 350. And
He was ultra efficient the first like 5-6 weeks, and then he started fumbling all the time again. The picks started to come a little. He really wasn't playing awful though before his injury.
I felt like the offense is starting to slow down,
yeah.
and it just
Well,
was
after he
to a-
got hurt,
to a-
every defense just said Jonathan Taylor will not beat us, and then we couldn't win.
which
Yeah.
is really the smart thing to do.
Yeah, that's right. Make somebody else do it.
So Daniel Jones was
But he'll be back
Making
next
a lot
year,
of
right?
important-
Like you signed him more than 1 year, right?
well, he'll be back,
No.
but he's got that.
I tore his Achilles, so I don't know when he's.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
so he's
Yeah, I
not
don't-
going to be playing.
But there's been a bunch of reports that we're going to re-sign him.
Yeah,
Yeah, or that we want him back.
So what about Anthony Richardson? Is he just done?
God,
I hope so.
I'd rather go with Leonard at this point. I mean, he was looking good.
I mean, what?
I mean,
Yeah.
what about Phillip?
Yeah, what I mean,
Man, Phil.
yeah. I mean, he was looking great a couple of games too.
he already delayed his Hall of Fame introduction. Might as well keep balling.
The last time we made the playoffs, he was our quarterback.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, he didn't look terrible.
He
The
did.
I
second
thought
game, he
he was
actually
going to
played
get a
pretty
couple
well.
wins. I really did.
I thought he was going to get that Niners game.
Well, he almost beat the Seahawks. When he left the field, you guys were beating the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys didn't really lose because of him.
No.
No, he wasn't the
By
problem.
the end of the season,
What did Sauce do? What did he hurt?
oh, I don't remember what he hurt.
Oh,
Everybody's
it's his
pride.
Achilles.
Sauce Gardner hurt his Achilles too.
Yeah, he had a strain. It wasn't a tear. It was. He had
Oh,
a-
so they just shut him down.
They didn't want him to play because they were afraid he was gonna tear it.
Going to tear it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's
There's
better.
been too many of those.
Our cornerback situation at the end of the year was horrific. It was absolutely horrific. We signed Chardavius Ward at the beginning of the season, and then he was supposed to be our number one corner because our defensive backs were so bad 2 years ago. He had like 3 concussions this year. He gave himself a concussion in warm-ups. He ran into one of our other players during warm-ups and gave himself a concussion and was out like 4 weeks.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
He ran
3
in,
concussions in one season?
I believe so. Yes, because
That's...
he says he's talking about retiring because he doesn't know if he can keep playing.
Who is this?
Chardavius Ward. We signed him this year, and he
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
complete and utter failure when he was on the field, and then he kept getting concussions. And like his worst concussion of the year, he ran into one of his teammates warming up and gave himself a concussion. One of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was-
Well, it can't be any dumber than the fucking stretch band hitting you in the fucking face
That's true. That did happen.
and injuring an orbital bone, and you're out the rest of the season.
Who was this?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't realize that's how he got hurt. I knew he got hurt.
I did
No,
not realize
I didn't realize
that.
that's why he got hurt.
Holy cow.
What year is his contract? In? Was that his 3rd year?
yeah.
So will this be your I'm guessing you're not gonna pick up his 5th year option. If I had to guess.
no,
That'd be great if they did.
Yeah, let that one slide.
but he's so injury prone. It's not like you can try and put him in a different position.
No.
Yeah, no.
He can't stay healthy at quarterback. He's not going to stay healthy anywhere else.
We'll just let him catch returns.
That last 3 games and
Yeah.
be out with something.
Yeah.
All right, gents. Back to number 20. None other than Bryce Young. We are going to make
Oh
a
my
phone call
God.
here in a second about Bryce Young.
Buddy.
Yeah, we're going to call Buddy.
I had Bryce Young at 24.
Why is he so high?
Dalton had him at 13.
I had him at 17.
Buddy has him at 14. We can't call Dalton, but we can call Buddy.
There is a theme. If you look at Dalton's list, do you see the theme of the whole first half of his list? Every quarterback that made the playoffs is in the top part of his list. That's how he ranks the first, like,
Oh, well, you made the playoffs or not?
It's
Yeah.
the first 14.
it's all the playoff quarterbacks are the top of his list, and then the bottom
No
of the
shit.
ones that
That's what Tyler did. He's
Oh,
the
really?
first 14 quarterbacks
Oh.
are all playoff quarterbacks.
Oh.
And so if you miss the
Okay.
playoffs, he would so Lamar and Burrow and Mahomes and all those guys are way down because he's like, you missed the playoffs.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Dalton,
that's what I was
Well-
getting ready to reveal about Tyler too. I didn't catch that on Dalton's.
I mean, yeah, I had Young.
I can respect
I had
that.
Young at
I
17.
think it was Dalton.
Well, Ray, you had him at 27. Care to elaborate?
I just don't like him. I don't know. What's his stats anyway? I heard he had like a
He-
game of like 50 passing
He
yards.
did.
Yeah, we went over this last time during our playoff preview.
I'm calling
I
old
think.
Buddy.
He barely got to 3,000 yards.
That's pretty bad in today's NFL.
But like
What's up, dudes?
23 and 11.
What up, buddy?
How you guys doing?
I don't know. I just
Well,
can't
we're doing
get
all
behind
right. We're sitting here talking about your boy Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young.
This does not include the playoffs, so don't hold that against him. But
Let me. If we're gonna start talking about Bryce Young, let me just first say, screw you, Ray. Okay, it's not that bad.
Just because he makes the playoffs, I don't give a goddamn.
yeah, 27 was pretty harsh. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, whatever.
So you were not the high man on him. Dalton had him at 13, but you had him at 14, so you were right there, buddy. What was your thought process there?
Okay, so like I was kind of confused whenever I filled out the list. I did the list at like 3 different intervals. I started the list and stopped the list and then picked up the list and stopped the list. And like my initial thought process was, we're talking about playoffs, and then I'm like, well, it makes sense to put all the quarterbacks that were in the playoffs first. And so that was why I had the top people where I had them, so that's why I had Darnold and Bryce Young in there, because it's like, okay, those are all the teams that made the playoffs. So if you look at my list, it's the first quarterbacks on my list were all the quarterbacks that made the playoffs. And then I stopped making the list, and then I revisited the list and was like, okay, Mahomes and Jackson and Goff and Burrow. And then I stopped the list again, and then I put Jaden. I was thinking like potential and stuff like that, and so I was kind of all over the place on this list, dude.
Well, I was going to ask you about your Jaden Daniels ranking at 19. What your thought process was there as well.
So that was like the potential thing. But if we're talking about this season, like even whenever he did play, it wasn't that great, So I'd probably put him a lot lower. The injuries really sucked. That team was just a pretty big disappointment overall after last season. So I'd probably put him lower, and I'd probably move Dak up quite a bit because in the grand scheme of things, he had a really good season, man. It was just, I was looking at the team aspect of it, and it's like, man, that team sucked, but it was their defense that just really failed them. So
Quarterback.
Well, buddy, I have one more guy to ask you about, and we haven't gotten to him yet, so I'm not going to say where he's ranked. But I don't want to keep you up all night before we get there.
You're good. You're good.
But what was your thought process on your Herbert ranking?
Okay, so once again, my first guys that I put in there were all playoff guys.
Yep.
And the run that they had at the end of the year, even with his broken hand, was like, holy shit, like this guy's pulling it together here. You know what I mean? So I was looking at that, and I kind of put that into perspective, like he was playing with the broken hand. Purdy was still hurt. I wasn't sold on Drake May. I wasn't really sold on Caleb Williams. You know what I mean?
Fair.
And Trevor Lawrence, like, I'll give props to Trevor Lawrence. After I bashed him the last episode, like, they turned that franchise actually looks like they look like a Super Bowl team there for a while, And so that was kind of my thought process on Herbert. If I had to redo the list again and sit down and do it in one sitting, it'd probably look a lot different than what it did now. And so, yeah, that was kind of my thought process. My first quarterbacks I put in there were all playoff quarterbacks because I thought that was the assignment. And then so I kind of dropped the ball a little bit, but I'm not really disappointed with my list.
I don't think you dropped the ball. I think you're allowed. Actually, we were just talking about it before we called you that 2 other people put all the playoff quarterbacks before they put anybody else.
Okay, so I'm not the only idiot. Good job.
So yeah. So I know that this isn't. Oh, go ahead.
No, so okay, I was looking at the list and I saw McCarthy. His highest was 25 and his lowest was 32, and so I was kind of curious why Uncle Doug put him at 25. Why he put him so high and who he had underneath him.
Well, Uncle Doug, would you care to respond?
Sure. I have to look and see who I've got behind him. I think it's just.
I put him dead last. I thought he had one of the worst seasons I've ever seen.
Buddy doesn't like 9.
Especially with a pretty decent offense.
Well, with JJ, yeah, and I agree. He did have some good receivers. And I probably, looking back at it, would probably move Tyler Show above him. I'm still not sold on Cam Ward. Maybe I move him up. But Daniels, because he didn't play. Fields, Sanders, Pickett, and Penix. And as I said earlier on this, you didn't get to hear this, but I'm not a big Penix guy. I haven't liked him from college. So there's a little bias there. So that's how he slid up to where he was at.
Yeah. I was curious who you had behind him, and I'm not really disappointed with that either. I just thought he averaged less like 100 yards a game, and he had a higher interception ratio to the touchdown, and I thought they had a pretty decent offense, So, but no, that makes sense.
You would think he'd just be able to do the Joe Flacco and throw the ball up to Justin Jefferson.
Every time. Yeah, that's what he should do.
Throw it in the air, man.
Yeah. Like, I know he's over to the right somewhere. Let's just chuck it over there and see if he comes down with it.
Yeah, and there's still like Jordan Addison and T.J. Hawkinson and Aaron Jones. And it's like,
Brissett was up there kind of high, which I was pretty stoked about. He had a really sneaky good season after Kyler Murray left.
He did.
He did. We actually talked about him quite a bit earlier. Brissett played really well. He kept them in a lot of games.
I was pretty impressed,
Mm-hmm.
And he had them in just about every game, to be honest with you. So I was pretty impressed with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw like Mahomes went down 8, which is expected with the injury, but like the other big one, like Baker went down 9, and they had a pretty terrible collapse in the second half of that season.
They did.
So. Yeah, I think the list makes sense. It's pretty cool to see how everybody put everyone. So,
yeah.
I mean, I see the homers, like Daniel Jones, Ray at 13, and I see the homers still in there.
Well, you did way better than Bryce Young. I know Daniel Jones didn't put up 50 passing yards in a game.
Yeah,
he did more than that.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to give you some help, man.
I know.
So, before I get off, I appreciate the call. I'm glad to see the show still going strong. I actually did have a trivia question for you guys. If you
All
want.
right.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
down for that.
Bust out the boards, and it's a 2-answer question, so you see if you can get both of them correct. So we'll give everyone a go at it. I'll let me know whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I need a marker, Ray. Oh, there's some over here. Never mind. We got them.
We can share
We
it.
can share.
Yeah. You right on one.
Everybody
side,
ready?
right on the
So-
other.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys were talking about stats and stuff with all the quarterbacks already, so I haven't heard what you guys have discussed yet. So you might have talked about it already, but I'm going to go ahead and go. There are 2 teams in the NFL this season that had a quarterback that passed for 4,000 yards, a receiver catch 1,400 yards, a running back rush for 1,200 yards, and an additional receiver gain 1,000 yards. There's only 2 teams. Name the 2 receivers that got the 1,000 yards.
okay.
Does that question make sense?
So,
Yeah.
so you just want the receivers, right?
Just the receiver names that got the 1,000 yard, not the 1,400 yard receiver, not the 1,200 yard rusher, but the receiver that got 1,000 yards on the team.
I see that one.
All right, I got an answer.
2 teams, 4,000 quarterback, 1,400 receiver, 1,200 rusher, 1,000 yard receiver, all on the same team. Who's the 1,000 yard receiver?
Okay.
I think I messed up, so I'm going to redo mine now.
So we just want the 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah.
Just the 1,000 yard receiver. Yep.
For both
Should be
teams?
2 names.
Yeah.
2 names. 2 names.
All right. I think I got 2 guesses.
Okay.
All right, so who all's there? Wade, you can go first, man. I hear Wade out there.
I put CeeDee Lamb and A.J. Brown.
Okay. Alex?
I went with George Pickens, and I went ahead and wrote down Puka because I couldn't think of somebody else.
Okay.
All I got is Devontae.
He said
Got
Devontae Adams.
Devontae?
Mhm.
Okay. Ray, what you got, brother?
I said Nakua and Lamb.
Who and Lamb? Who else is there?
Drew.
All I could think about was Franklin for the Broncos and then Cooper Kupp for the Seahawks.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
So Nakua led the team in receiving, so he would have been the guy that got the 1,400 yards. I'm looking for the guy like the Devontae Adams, the number 2 receiver that got the 1,000 yards.
Right.
Adams didn't. He might have got the 1,000 yards, but I don't think that Kyron Williams got the 1,200 rushing yards.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Someone said CD. Who said CD?
Wade
Lamb?
said CeeDee Lamb, so did Ray.
Who said George Pickens?
I did.
George Pickens got the 1,400 yards. The Cowboys were one of the 2 teams that had the 4,000-yard passer. 1,400 yards for Pickens, 1,200 yards for Javonte Williams, and the 1,000-yard receiver was actually CD Lamb. So CD Lamb is one of the answers.
Oh, nice.
The other answer is Jamison Williams
Oh.
for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, we should have thought of that.
So they had Goff, Amon-Ra, Gibbs, and then Jamison Williams. So
That
those
makes
were the
sense,
only
but I
2
didn't even
teams.
think about him.
No,
I was trying to hurry up and
They
think
were-
of teams, and I didn't process through them.
Yeah, there's only 2 teams that have a 4,000, 14, 12, and another 1,000.
Gotcha.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
It is a very good question. You always have a good question for us, buddy. I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, guys.
Well, we will
luck
be
with it.
we will be getting a hold of you shortly to fill out another basketball rankings because we'll be doing that episode mid-season for that coming up.
All right, go Team Wolves.
T-Wolves, yep. Go Bear.
Go Team Wolves.
Sucks.
But maybe we'll have to get you on for that episode, man.
Yep, holler at me.
And
See
we're
what I can
doing
figure out.
I'm not saying it yet, but we're doing a new thing we've never done before for our next subject, and maybe we'll have to get you on for one of those.
Yep, let me know, man. I'll be more than happy to try and make it work.
All right, sounds good, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
See you, gentlemen.
Peace.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, we're out. All righty. What did I do with my paper? All right. Well, I think that was enough Bryce Young talk for an episode. Then at number 19, as Buddy previously mentioned, was Baker Mayfield, down 9 spots. He was a little all over the place, but not too much. Tyler was our low man at 22, so only 3 spots from where he ended up. But Uncle Doug was our high man at 10.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had him up there.
Yeah.
Wowza.
So what was your thought process on your Baker in top 10, Uncle Doug?
Well, I was probably thinking early season, Baker.
He did play awesome in the early season.
yeah, and
I think we all had him top 10 at midseason.
yeah.
I put him one in my mid-season one.
I mean, just looking at the guys there, I could drop him behind several. So I probably had him a little high.
I don't think it was necessarily his fault in the second half of the season. He played injured himself for a lot of the second half of the season, and they were decimated with so many injuries almost the entire year. That what he did in the first half was kind of amazing because there were still a bunch of injuries during the first half. He was just keeping them alive, and then once he started playing hurt, and then there was more injuries, it was just too much.
Yeah.
And he started playing bad when he was trying to play through injuries, and it was just rough. But I personally still think Baker's a very good quarterback. It was just a very, very rough second half of the season for the Buccaneers.
I said I still had him at 12, and like his stats and stuff still hold up decent. Like he kind of, you tell there's a little drop off in the second half, but he still has decent. They still look decent compared to some of the other guys that didn't. Like he at least, again, I gave a little bit more credit to guys that actually played the whole season. We had so many injuries and like half played seasons and missing games here and there. He at least stuck through it and played with whatever he had.
Yeah.
And
No, I
like,
mean he played with like receivers we never heard of for half the season.
Right.
I think Mike Evans barely played all year.
I think he played
Yeah.
2 games.
Chris
I think it
Godwin
was.
played what, 2 or 3 games too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think his offensive line was destroyed, but like some of them before the season even started.
Yeah, he didn't have Tristan Wirfs like all year.
And he's their best one.
Yeah. I mean, he still threw for 3,700 yards and 26 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So
I just dropped. I think I had him at like 19 or something.
Well, C.J. Stroud came in at 18, which I found interesting. We finally separated Stroud and Daniels. They'd been like linked side by side in the first two rankings. Like we had them at like 8 and 9, and then we had them at like 19 and 20, and then we finally separated them this time around for whatever reason. This is another one that was interesting. He came in at 18. I was low man at 19.
Right. Must have been a bunch of us because I had him at 17. So a bunch of us down there around the 18.
I had him at 18.
I'm
Yeah.
at 16.
I had him at 14.
Yeah, but then the crazy one is Dalton has him at 6.
What?
Wow. Yeah.
6? I wouldn't say that around Houston right now.
Definitely not.
No, not after that playoff game.
God, that was rough to watch.
That was.
Both of them were rough to watch. They blew out the Steelers, but it wasn't because of him.
That's very true. He had 3 turnovers the first half.
Well, he had 6 total, but they recovered some of the fumbles. Like he had, I think, 5 fumbles and 1 pick in the Steelers game, and then he had 4 picks and a fumble against the Patriots.
Yeah,
it
he
was
became the
bad.
first quarterback ever to have 5 fumbles and 5 interceptions in 2 playoff games or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Does he have a famous girlfriend or something?
I don't know, but he wasted a generational defense.
Oh, yeah. Their defense was unbelievably good.
Like,
Crazy part is, after his rookie year, everyone was already anointing him a top 5 quarterback, which he did have an amazing rookie year.
Yeah.
And then something's just off with him now.
he's went downhill ever since. Like it's
I'm not sure what happened.
like at the midseason ranking, like and then he kind of started playing good again.
He did. He played
Like,
well for a few weeks.
yeah.
Yeah, they played well. Like, dang, Texans might make a run here, and then I don't know what happened in the playoffs.
That's what I'm asking. Is he like with one of the Kardashians or something?
Oh,
Yeah, they're freaking
Oh, geez.
succubuses.
They are. That's true.
Yeah, that's right.
I
They'll
don't-
tear
We've
you
seen
down.
that work.
I don't think he is, but
I just thought this year he was kind of the definition of a right in the middle quarterback. I put him
Yeah.
literally right in the middle at 16.
Yep.
I think as a franchise, though, you've got to start asking some questions.
Yeah.
Well, he has 5th year options coming up.
Yeah, and it's just 2 bad years in a row.
Right,
next year
yeah.
will be definitely a contract year.
Yeah.
Yep.
And multiple offensive coordinators. It's not like it's there's some questions to be asked. I'm not saying he's done, but there's some questions to be asked. All right, number 17, other than the old man himself, Aaron Rodgers, down 3 spots. He had a decent spread here, 8-21. Ray had him at 21, and Bob had him at 8.
I had him at 13.
I had him at 14.
I put him at 10.
This is the best quarterback Steelers have had in years.
This is prime Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and I mean, he wasn't the reason they were losing games, really. Like,
The reason I put him at the last spot in my top 10 was the Steelers kind of suck, and he just kept pulling shit out of his ass to win games for them. He would make these crazy throws at the end of games to help win them some of these games. Besides DK Metcalf, he has no one else to throw
little
to.
Calvin
no running
Austin
game.
and screens like Gainwell.
Yeah, like his running backs aren't that good. The offensive line's not that good. He has one, I wouldn't even say great receiver. DK Metcalf is decent to good, and then nothing really else. They have a handful of tight ends that people always try and talk about, but like none of them are individually great tight ends.
Yeah, they're not like stars. They're
It's
just they just
right.
have 3 good tight
They're
ends.
a
Yeah.
good unit.
That's right.
They have 3 or 4
They have a
tight ends
good
that
tight
all
end
have
room.
They all have like one good quality, and they use them for that one good quality, and then
Yeah.
they take them out and put the other one in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my overall, and even the defense, which is usually their strong point, wasn't that good this year.
No.
Yeah, they're getting older. Yeah.
So I just thought Rodgers played super efficiently. He still made some amazing throws at the end of games to help them win. Like he had a throw in the last game of the season to get them into the playoffs against the Ravens. It was literally, he was like going back on his back foot and just flung it to a guy who wasn't even open, and he literally put it in the perfect spot. It was a vintage Aaron Rodgers throw where it literally just went off the fingertips of the Ravens guy just where the Steelers guy could catch it, and it got him a huge first down, and then it helped him win the game at the end of the game. Like I just thought the Steelers sucked, and he got them to 10 wins.
Yeah.
I guess is my point.
No, I thought he played pretty well.
Well, guys, I don't have an actual question for Rodgers for him, but I'm running out of time to call him, so I'm going to call Schaller real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Who are we going to for Schaller?
Well, I'm going to be sarcastic with Justin Fields, and then I'm going to He's got. I want to go all the way to the top.
Hello?
What up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
You're on the air with us five losers here.
Well, you guys are losers.
Well, first off, welcome, Shal. You have not been on a QB ranking episode until now, so we welcome you.
Well, apparently my other rankings were so boring I couldn't get a call.
Well, shit happened.
Well, I mean, when you're not a high guy or a low guy, we don't have a ton of questions for you. You actually don't have a ton of highs or lows in this one either. So I guess my first question for you, Shal, is Drew wants to know why you hate Justin Fields.
Not anymore.
Bears Hall of Famer Justin Fields.
Old Justin.
What has Justin Fields ever did?
He ran for 1,000 yards once.
Not this year.
Yeah, I guess, it's hard to pick who's the worst. When you're the Jets quarterback, typically that's
Good
where
place to
you're going to
start.
fall.
Yeah. That's fair. So we haven't talked about it yet, so I don't want to get too in depth on the actual where he came in rankings wise. But we had a first ever thing happen in this rankings, and you're involved in it, Shal. The first time ever that a player got a 1 ranking and a 32 ranking.
Oh.
And that's your boy Josh Allen.
Well, I regret voting him number 1 after the playoffs.
Well, that doesn't count. This is before the playoffs.
I know. Looking at the numbers, Stafford probably should have been 1 in my ranking, so I probably overinflated Josh Allen. But I also gave Stafford less credit because he has literally Puka Nacua and Javonte Adams, which is like 2 number 1s. So that's pretty easy to be really good. And then literally Drake May has the easiest schedule ever a quarterback's ever had.
That's fair.
And Drake May's literally going to go to the Super Bowl, and just because the Broncos now are going to be, easy to beat because they don't have their quarterback. So it's just wild. Okay, sorry, I'm rambling.
No, you're good. This is what I think. I think Bo Nix breaking his leg was karma to the NFL for blowing the end of the fucking Buffalo game. That's what I really think.
Yeah.
Well, they've already come back out and said it this week that it was wrong.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they said that there's a new photo today that shows that he caught the ball and he's just laying there. So then he's technically down.
Right, yeah.
And then they kick a field goal.
When it happened.
They didn't review it.
They refused to review it.
They won't review it. They said
That's what's so
Denver
stupid.
ball. At least give him a review.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Poor Ray. Not going to get his Bills jersey.
So, I don't have like a good argument
Oh, it
for
would've
why
been
Josh
P.J.
Allen's
O'Connell.
1. Obviously, I think he just did a lot with less
Mm-hmm.
with his team, and that's kind of where I put him. And some of it's, there's equity built in some of these quarterbacks, and his equity is what kept him high for me.
That's fair.
And I think anybody says that if you kept, Mahomes in your top 10, or you kept Lamar Jackson, you put Joe Burrow, those guys didn't do a lot this year, but the equity that they built over their career has kept them in higher spots, even though they didn't all perform at really high levels.
Well, we've had you on for, a fair amount of basketball episodes, so I think people are familiar with your fandom there, but I don't know that we've ever said that you're a Chiefs fan.
Well, he was here for the Chiefs Mount Rushmore.
He did a Chiefs
Oh, he did
episode
Chiefs
with
Mount
us.
Rushmore for us.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I
So
did, yeah.
you're not high or low on him, so where did you have Mahomes?
I put him at 9. And I really debated with him in the 10 spot with Caleb Williams as well. So I thought Mahomes had an okay year. He did a lot. I think he kind of reaches a little bit and tries to do too much. Tries to play a little bit of hero ball a little bit too much. So, also, team success kind of goes into your ranking. So he dropped down quite a bit throughout the season because the team wasn't being
that successful. So
Fair. I mean, he came in overall at 10, so you were right there where he actually came
yeah, and I think that's a fair ranking for him. He didn't have a great year, but go back to the equity thing. He is Patrick Mahomes, and you don't forget about that. And like when you're ranking him, you're not going to start dropping him too far. Just
I
like
mean,
you're
I
not gonna
can.
drop a
I can.
too far.
in. Ray said it's pretty easy for him to forget it.
Well, yeah, I mean he has Daniel Jones. So that's great.
I mean, we had a better record.
By what, one game?
So,
You're
so what,
goddamn right, Wade.
so what would you say to Robert, who had Mahomes at number 1?
If he had Mahomes at number 1, I mean he's basing his ranking off of the equity of the past and not looking at it at that season. So Mahomes had a decent year statistically, but he did throw some bad interceptions and his team didn't win. So I think it's kind of hard, when your team doesn't make the playoffs, for you to be the top quarterback.
So
kind of where I'm at.
what would you say to Dalton, old D-Bake, for having him at 20?
I mean, if he I would want to know who's in front of him. Did he put C.J. Stroud in front of him? Or something? Because
Yeah, he does.
He has C.J. Stroud at 6.
So, that right there shows me that his rankings are a little flawed. C.J. Stroud was a classic game manager all season, and his defense won him games. He did not go win games. So I think that's a highly stretch. Patrick Mahomes was the reason the Chiefs won games. And they wouldn't even have won that many games if they didn't have Patrick Mahomes. So, that's just a classic example, I think, of maybe his rankings are more based off your team's performance, and that if that's how he does his rankings, I could see him put him at 20 then if he did it. But he has to solely base everything off, wins and losses then. So then C.J. Stroud still shouldn't probably be a 6, right? So,
Well, he did base his ranking. His top 14 quarterbacks all made the playoffs.
So, and that means he's basing his rankings. So at least he's consistent with the fact that, his rankings are around their performance in wins and losses. So I would say I don't really have I can't argue with him too much because his train of thought, at least he was consistent with it.
Fair enough. All right, Shal. Well, I don't think I have any more questions for you, buddy. Do you have any questions for us?
Who did 32 for Josh Allen? Because that person's on crack cocaine.
Dalton Baker.
You're gonna have to explain it to him.
He actually just left Josh Allen completely off his list. So
he ranks 31 of 32 quarterbacks.
Yeah, and then I just threw him on the end of his list at 32 because he didn't have 32 quarterbacks. So
I don't know if he's not going to rank them all. That's a debate.
Yeah.
Calling you out, Dalton.
apparently, yeah. Well, Shal, I'm let you go here in a second, but I will send you a reminder here that we'll be doing our mid-season top 10 NBA rankings here shortly, so you'll be getting that text from me too.
Awesome. I will get it back on the third or fourth text message if you remind me.
That's fair. That's fair. You got a lot going on.
Busy year.
Year.
Yeah. Look forward to hearing the episode and talk to you guys soon.
All right, later, Shal.
Yep. See
All
ya.
right, later.
I don't know if I told the rest of you all, but Shal's getting married in a few months.
I saw him
he did.
engaged.
Yeah, so he's actually really busy right now, like planning and booking, and he's got to do the bachelor party, the wedding, the honeymoon. Like,
Yeah.
they
Busy guy.
They had like a 7-month turnaround from engagement to
wow.
wedding. So, yeah. Anyway, enough about Shaller's personal life.
Yeah.
That being said, we are up to 16, where Joe Burrow finally slots in. Obviously, a little lower than you might expect if you just heard the name Joe Burrow. But Joe Burrow missed quite a bit of the year. What, 9 or 10 games? Maybe more than that.
Yeah, bunch.
He was not ranked previously, but he had a wide ranking. One of those guys is in this room. His ranking was 4 to 24.
4.
Yes, Brock.
Brock had him at
Brock,
Had him at
come
4.
on, man.
I'm gonna say I looked at Brock's rankings. Like, Brock didn't move those top guys. Like Mahomes
No.
and Allen and Lamar and Burrow are all right there.
I'm guessing Brock's ranking people off, and not just this year. He's letting too much of the past influence.
Letting their legacy
Yeah.
factor in.
Yeah.
They're getting legacy points
Well,
from
like
Brock.
one of the guys we talked, I don't know if it was Schaller or Buddy, but equity.
Yeah,
They've got equity built up.
They do.
Yeah,
Which
that's what Brock's
we were
doing.
just ranking them on this year and what they did.
Right.
Yeah, come on,
Which-
Brock.
And I'm the 24 guy,
Mm-hmm.
but I love Joe Burrow. I've had Joe Burrow at number 1.
You did at the beginning of the season, yeah.
Right. But he just didn't play.
Yeah, I put him at 18 just because he just wasn't.
I put him
there.
at 20.
Yeah, that's why I got him 18.
I put him at the end. I think I had him at 10. I think is where I ended up.
He just
with.
didn't play.
He played 8 games.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
he missed over half the season.
I feel like even the half a season of Burrow was better than the trash cans at the bottom of the list.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
probably put him
definitely.
too far down, but
But
it's
I
one of
just-
those things where,
Yeah. When people don't play a lot of games, it's just
Yeah.
really just however you view
Yeah.
that.
And other than one game, he played really well once he came back.
Mm-hmm.
he did
Oh,
play
yeah.
some good ones, yeah.
Yeah.
When Joe Burrow's on the field, he usually plays well.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of keeping him on the field, which doesn't always happen.
that's very true.
Yeah, they need to draft like 5 offensive linemen.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
I'm not sure why they haven't
Just
started
draft
hammering it.
all offensive linemen until you could get a defensive line put together.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
because obviously you're not going to turn that defense around in a year or two, and you already have a bunch of weapons. So
Yes.
just get him a line.
Right. And start outscoring people.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
keep him upright and outscore
They'll,
him.
couldn't
they'll
even-
go,
they
they'll
couldn't
go to
even
the
do that,
playoffs
though.
every year if you just get him an offensive line.
Right.
They may
Oh,
not
yeah.
win the Super Bowl, but they'll be a
Yes.
playoff team.
He's super talented.
Well,
I love Joe
as of
Burrow.
right now, they're the only one that has a head coach.
That's true. The only team in the division.
Yeah.
It was,
Everyone.
I think I saw it in a meme the other day. It's the only time in history the Bengals have the best coach in the division, but it's because they're the only.
Yeah.
team
Wait,
with
the
coach.
only
if
one.
they could stay healthy, they could win that division next year.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
they totally could.
like,
Well, other than old Joe Burrow at 16, we have at 15 none other than Lamar Jackson.
I have Lamar one spot ahead of Joe Burrow on mine. I think he's 18 on my list.
Yeah, I got him at 19.
Again,
I've
his
got him at 18.
injury riddled season and not playing that well.
Does anybody in the room have him at 19? We have 2 people at 19.
Yeah, I got him at 19.
I got him
Yeah.
at 19.
Oh, so you 2 are the low
Yeah.
guys.
Too. Yeah, I got him at 18. So.
And Brock is the high guy at 3.
Oh, Brock.
Oh,
Brock.
yeah.
Brock,
yeah.
dude. You're
I
killing
mean-
me, man.
When I first looked, he played a little bit more than I started. He played 13 games, but I'm such a great passer. I didn't see it this year.
You couldn't
And-
see it. And he
and-
couldn't run away from anybody after
No,
he came back
at the
from his
beginning of the
injury.
year, he ran a little bit, but then, like they said, when he came back, they showed the stats on his running. He just never did it.
Mhm.
He just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, and I watched multiple games there at the end of the season. He would go to take off, and defensive lineman would run him down from behind.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he was
He
not
just looked
the same.
sheepish. He looked sheepish out there. Like, I don't know.
And then they immediately fired Harbaugh. There's a whole bunch of really bad rumors coming out of Baltimore now about how he and Harbaugh couldn't get along, and how Lamar Jackson was sabotaging the team from the inside and like sleeping in meetings and showing up late and staying up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning playing video games like Kyler Murray shit.
Well, he could have been
Um,
back, I think, a couple weeks earlier from his injury earlier in the year, and he just kind of,
Yeah.
kept waiting and waiting around until he had to.
I mean, I don't know how much of it's true. It's just, but it was reported in Baltimore out of a beat writer they said has never written a negative article about Lamar before this. So
That's interesting. Yeah.
That owner they have, though,
he's a
seen it-
character.
I seen that clip from Pat McAfee, and I laughed. I watched it like 20 times. It was
He
so
is
hilarious.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about him the most is he doesn't give a bunch of interviews. Like he says he wants to be the owner and let the players or the coaches and the GM be the faces of the franchise.
Yeah.
Like he gives like one interview a year for like end of the year shit, and that's it, and like just fades into the background.
Yeah, you don't see it that often.
That's a good owner.
Yeah. That's the way you should be.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Baltimore gets as a coach and assistant, and see what they do with Lamar. Because they're kind of out of excuses. They've made every excuse in the book for Lamar, and it just hasn't worked out. So we'll see. At number 14, none other than Brock Purdy. So we went 3 straight guys that were not previously ranked in midseason. He again had a fairly wide array of rankings. Bob had him at 22, and 2 people had him at 5. I do believe Schaller was one of them. I think I was looking at that earlier. Where'd you guys have him?
I have him at 10.
15.
I'm at 17.
No, it was not Schaller.
I had him at 19.
I wasn't sure what to do with him because he did have some really big games. The Mac Jones things threw me off.
Oh,
Yes.
Buddy had him at 5.
Mac Jones did the exact same stuff.
That's kinda what I was
Purdy
saying,
did.
like,
so it's like
right.
Mac Jones being successful kind of made me unsure of where to put him.
I was that way too because
So,
I like Mac Jones.
yeah, and I think Purdy played fine. Like he had, I think he actually had some bigger games at the end of the season. I think, but put up some good numbers. I don't know when another guy comes in and
replicates what you're doing.
yeah, it makes it kind of tricky. I don't.
Yeah, we're
So
going to be
I just-
talking about that again here in a minute, I think.
I just stuck him in the middle somewhere.
I'm not finding it. Is it?
I feel like people either love Purdy or hate him.
Yeah, Robert's a big Purdy guy.
I feel like it's usually
He
most
the
of
big
time-
Purdy guy. Is that what you're saying?
Robert likes Brock Purdy. Yeah, Robert has Brock Purdy in his top 10.
I'm not finding it. I mean, I have Buddy, but I'm not finding the second one. Well, either way, he came in at 14. Somebody had him at 5,
Yeah.
and somebody had him at 22. So, we all kind of gushed over Mac Jones at the midseason rankings.
He did good.
He was playing really well.
Playing well.
And then Purdy came back and threw a bunch of picks.
Yeah. And then he went on a tear the last 3 weeks of the year.
Yeah. But then his picks returned in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Because, I mean, even though they beat us, he still threw 3 picks.
They
that
lost
game.
the turnover margin against you guys, but
Yeah.
they still found a way to win that. And then the Seahawks game was a disaster.
It was.
That-
It was over when it started.
Yeah,
Dalton had Purdy at 5.
Oh, it was Dalton. I must have overlooked that. Sorry. I looked at Dalton.
If they made the playoffs, they were high on his list. Just,
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, then we have none other than Drew's favorite player, Jordan Love.
this is going to take me
It was
off.
down 2 spots to number 13. It's interesting that Drew's boy Robert had him the lowest at number 19, and Ray had him at number 2.
That's crazy, Ray. I'm sorry.
Optimistic.
There's just no way.
Optimistic.
I can't.
missed it.
There's no way. There's no way Jordan Love's top 2, much less a top 10. In my opinion, I just don't see it.
No,
You were the guy that was super big on Love at the beginning of the year, Wade. Where'd you have him?
I think I had 10 or 11.
I think I had him in top 10 when I started too.
I think I put him at 12 in my last list. Yeah.
He's at 16 on mine.
Yeah, I had him at 13, right where he came in.
Yeah, he's old Jordan Love.
If he wouldn't have gotten hurt, his numbers would be very, very nice. He put up good numbers, missing a few games.
He finished second in the league in QBR.
Yeah, he had a good year.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I can admit I put him way too
I'm not
high.
saying he's number 2,
No.
but he had a good year.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with him, even though mine came in about this spot, like we just talked about with Purdy. Because I think Malik Willis, the backup, looked every bit as good or better at the start of the season.
That was
When he
last
filled in?
year.
Oh, was
it
it
was
last
middle. It was when he missed his
Yeah.
2 games. Well, the one game he finished, and then they had some other loser play.
Willis got hurt too, didn't he?
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third string sucked, but Willis
Another
does.
loser.
He is. I mean, he was. The Vikings made him look terrible.
Yeah. I'll
Like,
say if
we think
Willis is not under contract, I bet somebody's going to take a chance.
He is.
on
He's a
him.
free agent.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he'll. I mean, I don't know that he'll get a starting job, but he'll get a job.
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Somebody's
I mean,
going to look at it.
He's had some. I think it was definitely last year and this year, maybe even the year before. He's had some starts where he's looked good.
Yeah.
And he's very, very mobile.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just over Packer fans hyping up Jordan Love and talking about how he's all this guy. Well, then why? If it wasn't for the 7 seed, Jordan Love would have never made the playoffs as a starter for the Packers. They've only ever been the 7 seed with Jordan Love at quarterback. If that wasn't a thing, he would have 0 playoff appearances. He has 0 NFC North titles, 0. Like, they just, I don't know.
Yeah. You know what he does have?
What?
A 4,000-yard season.
It's all right. He's not.
He has more than the Bears franchise.
It's all right. He's not better than my guy, so
That's debatable.
Yeah, at least this year maybe.
I don't know.
He was probably better than he was last year.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about last year. Talking about this year.
Oh yeah, but we can bring up old shit, can't we?
But yeah, I know you have a lot of hate in your heart for old Packers.
All of them.
So, but anyway, by the way, speaking of the Packers, what the fuck has the defensive coordinator done to get a head coaching job?
Nothing.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
get that.
I know Robert seemed happy about it, so good for him. Like good for the Dolphins, I guess.
Roberts
but,
was really happy with change. He just wanted to make.
Yeah, something different.
But I was just like, really? Was like, I mean, their defense took a step up this year, but I gave that more to Micah than I did to the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And then we saw the
Like-
defense go down when he got hurt.
Yeah, and the
Right.
defense played worse when he got hurt.
And more
so-
people on that defense got hurt too throughout the year.
Yeah, you're right. But anyway, enough Packers talk. At number 12 was none other than Jared Goff, who also dropped 2 spots. He had a decent array of rankings, 4 to 19. Uncle Doug had him at 4.
And you all know, you've heard me talk about golf before.
Yeah.
You know he's not my favorite. But if you look at the numbers,
He put up big numbers this year.
That's why I put it.
crazy.
I put him at 5 because I was like, if I don't put him up there, I'm gonna get
I mean,
called a Jared Goff hater. But I guess I was wrong with that.
well, I think we know now why, because he didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that
that's
makes
true.
Yeah.
And so many of these guys ranked the playoff guys all first.
Yeah.
That drug him down some.
Yeah, he had 3 guys put him at 19.
Yeah.
That's just. I'm not a Jared Goff guy. You guys know I'm not either. But he threw for 4,500 yards and 34 touchdowns.
Here's my thing. I was looking at Tyler's list because of this, okay? But Tyler went 1 through 14 of the playoff guys, and then 15, 16, 17 were Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it's like you're already at 18
Right.
before you've even ranked anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, so if you end up somebody Goff, it's not ridiculous.
Right. No,
you know, I mean
I
if you went that
understand
route.
when they're doing the playoff thing, you know, it makes sense. But when you look at 4,500 yards and 34
Yeah.
touchdowns,
I was just like, a lot of the quarterbacks weren't even close to that.
Here's my thing, though. I think I'll go back to Schaller's word earlier when he said, well, damn it, now I lost the word. Equity.
yeah,
I think this is a negative equity for Jared Goff.
Right.
He's earned a reputation.
yes. And I was trying not to buy into that.
I did
which is
too.
really hard for me.
That's why I put him at 5 because I'm like, his stats are just so
And
far up there compared to other people.
Schaller's one of the guys that has him at 19.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think if you still think of him as a bad quarterback, I just don't think you paid attention for like 5 years.
True.
He's been really good for at least 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes.
He's
I
a
see-
good quarterback. It's just sometimes in the biggest moments he's not.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's not perfect, but he's like numbers wise, like if you just go
He
off
puts up
stats.
good numbers.
Well, there's certain things he's number 1 in over the past 3 or 4, like over the past 3 years. He's like leading the NFL in like
Yeah.
multiple categories, like I
I
think
think he-
like
I
yards
think he
and
was-
touchdowns.
I think he was
Right.
top 3 in passing behind like Stafford and like
Yeah.
Prescott. Other than that,
Yes.
like
So like,
so I was like, I don't know how I can like knock this guy way down.
Yeah, that's the way I was too. I'm like, even
Even
though
though
he's
they-
not my favorite, I got to
And
put
they
him up here.
and they underperformed as a team, but like you still can't. I just couldn't do it. I guess.
See, I put him at 11, and here's why. The numbers were gnarly, which is why I felt like I had to put him in the upper half of the list, or at least close to the top 10. But I think he has the most loaded offense in the NFL, and he still missed the playoffs. And I think a lot of the guys that I put ahead of him, if they switched positions, could also put up big numbers. So I threw him around that 10-11 spot. So I don't know.
Okay.
But I feel like I couldn't really put him much lower than that. Is that all the guys I have below him had kind of up and down seasons. But yeah.
I guess we really did have a wide range of ranking opinions.
Yeah, because I was talking about all the guys that have him around 19, and then you guys had him like top 5 or whatever, and I was like, damn, I don't think I'm by myself over here in the 10-11 range. But
Well, that's where it worked out.
A lot of different criteria.
But I think some people get upset about that, but I think it makes it interesting.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, I think it's interesting that those 3 guys decided to put the playoff guys before
I hadn't
everybody
thought
else.
about that.
I never even
No, yeah,
crossed
it
my
is
mind
very
until Tyler
interesting,
talked to me about it.
I guess
Like, I was like,
we're basing everything off this season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
I guess making the playoffs would be important.
All right, moving up to another place for homerisms. At number 11 is Caleb Williams, up 3 spots.
I was wondering what quarterback you're going to throw out there.
Well, there's only a couple left that are still in the room.
Oh, I was thinking Caleb Williams or just never mind. Just keep going.
He was had an array there of 6 to 18. He had 2 people at 6, both of which are on the love seat over there.
Yep.
And then Robert had him at 18. So apparently Robert just doesn't like Love or Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
thought, and because Robert was the very last person to give me their list, so I was waiting for Robert, and that's not true. Maybe I just hadn't put Robert in the list. Maybe I just hadn't entered his yet.
Yeah.
And Wade was the low man on Caleb Williams for a long, long time. And I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. And then I was like, oh, Robert took it from him.
I wasn't the lower high man, I don't think, on anyone on the final list. I don't think my name's next to anybody.
I don't think so. I was the only low man one. I was only on here once, and I'm 1 spot away. It was it was Stroud, and I'm 1 spot off. So, but anyway, yeah. So I don't know if you want to call Robert about this if he's still up.
I don't know since it's already
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah.
It is getting late. But I'll just ask you, Wade, since you're the next low man. What was your thoughts on the late teens for Caleb Williams?
Oh, well, I put him right in my middle of my list. I put him at 15.
Oh, yeah, 15? I thought you had 17. That's my bad.
Yeah, I got him at 15. Well, I put him and Nix and Darnold and Stroud all close together on purpose because they're all inconsistent. They all have a lot of talent. They all do a lot of really good things, but they also do a lot of bad things. So like when I was looking at stuff for Caleb Williams, like just like your regular numbers and stuff, there were certain things he ranked really high in. Like I think total yards, he was like top 10. I think total touchdowns, he was top 10. He was 34th in completion percentage. He was 22nd in QBR. He was like 18th in QB rating or something like that. But it's not about him being good or bad. It's just about the level of consistency he has at this point in his career. We just watched him make 3 or 4 amazing plays in the playoffs, and he also threw 5 interceptions in 2 games. To me, you can't be top 10 if you're that inconsistent. So I put him in the middle of my list because he does a lot of good things, but at this point he's still doing a lot of bad things.
I had him at 14 for a lot of the same reasons. I was pretty hard on him at the midseason rankings for a 59% completion percentage, and then it went down a percentage and a half. Like it's 58.1, with like weapons and an offensive guru, and a much improved offensive line. He's like putting up like 1950s completion percentages.
1950s.
So like that really And like I've watched him play like 5 times this year, and I'm sure Drew watched him play a lot this year. But it was like he made this amazing fourth quarter comeback where he had like 3 plays where I'm like, I don't know if anybody else in the league can do that.
Right.
But if you didn't suck for the first 3 quarters, you wouldn't have had to do it. Like that, like and it was like I think the consistency thing was a big one for me with Caleb Williams. Like I still haven't seen you put it together. Like so, I was just like, you know what, you're gonna stay here in the teens behind some of the guys that I've actually seen do it. So that's why I had him there too.
Yeah.
I had him there also, not at 2. So hi guys, what were your thoughts?
You can go first.
I can go
Yeah,
first.
you can go first.
Okay. Well,
I'm
again,
getting all the opinions.
I would say we've watched probably every game.
Oh yeah, I watched every Bears game.
And
You didn't have to work during any of them.
Oh no, I requested off.
there's like,
I know my manager doesn't like.
bias there.
I would switch. I watch my Bears.
and there is some inconsistency, and he did pick it up toward the end of the game, but he did pick it up. He almost got to 4,000 yards. I don't know how many interceptions he threw,
I think it was 8.
7,
7?
No, was it?
which is pretty good.
I think.
The completion percentage hurts, and that's what hurts the QBR.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I saw with Matthew as well, Stafford. His completion percentage wasn't anywhere near Drake May's. That's what Drake
Yeah, it's like
May had over
64%,
it.
something like that.
Yeah. Like 64, 66, something, and May was over 70. So, but yeah, I just kept watching Caleb win these games. And, he grew a lot this year. Ben Johnson was good for him,
It was.
I definitely think Ben Johnson's good for him.
so.
I mean, Ben Johnson kind of showed this year that you probably, as far as like calling plays, you've got to put him in the conversation with like McVay and Shanahan.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Andy Reid and those guys.
Oh, I think so.
Mhm.
I mean, the Lions missed him
Definitely.
way more than they would admit.
Yeah. By the way, is it weird that Dan Campbell took over play calling and their offense got better?
That was weird.
That was weird, yeah.
Like, cause he does. I mean, I'm not trying to judge, but like, he doesn't seem like a play calling type of guy.
Right.
No.
But he was like a tight end.
He was a tight end, yeah.
So he is an offensive guy, even
Yeah.
though he seems like he'd be a defensive guy.
But it did get better, so I'll give him that.
yeah, yeah.
Ray, you got any comments before I say my closing words on Caleb?
No, I had him at 11. I wasn't
Okay.
against him.
I really didn't think I was being controversial when I'm at
I mean,
No. I don't
yeah.
think you're
in
controversial.
reality,
I think
he came out at 11, and you had him at 15. I had him at 14. That's not that far off.
no.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think you guys are controversial at all. Part of it, yes, I'm a Bears fan. It's nice to see it. A nice quarterback slinging the ball around.
Well, I mean, sometimes being a Bears fan is controversial.
But I mean, part of the completion percentage has been bad all year, yes. And part of it is because of drops. That's part of it. He was like, him and Trevor Lawrence were the two that I can't almost say benefit, but they had the most drops. I think if Caleb, obviously you can't not going to have a go a season without a drops, but if you take, I think total yardage, he led the league in total yardage on drops at the end of the regular season. It was like 500 some yards. If they catch 2 more balls or one of those deep balls, he has 4,000 yards. So there's that. He throws the ball away more than most quarterbacks when he gets away. He took like almost less than half the sacks from last year. I think it was only 20-something compared to the 68 last year. So part of that's the offensive line, way better. And then part of it's him just throwing the ball away.
Well, I
and
imagine
learning.
Ben Johnson got in his ear and said,
Yeah.
get rid of the ball.
Yeah. So that was part of it. It still needs to be higher. Yes, you can't say that. But like, and the stuff he was good. I kind of like Wade said he was top 10. I think some of it was like top 6 in some of the stats. And I didn't really realize that till looking at it. I was like, well, I'm just gonna take that and go with it, I guess. As like, and
I think he was 6th in total passing yards. I think.
yeah, and like I think he was like 7th in touchdowns.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
so.
like interceptions, he was pretty like higher and like not throwing as many. He was in single digits again this year and stuff. So I mean, he takes care of the ball. And then yeah, I mean, obviously we did this before the playoffs, and those playoff interceptions, 3 of the 5 of them were on 4th down. that actually worked out better that they did get picked off. They were basically punts.
The fourth down calls were kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
There was a lot of going for it on fourth down.
Yeah, it really didn't work out that well for the Bears in the Rams game. But then the one pick, I think the one was on Caleb against the Rams, and the other one we've seen him and DJ just had a miscommunication, which I don't know why we were throwing the ball that deep. We were moving it just fine, but that's totally different.
Hey, I just want to say something. You were talking about drops, so I looked it up, and you're right. The Bears they're like top 5 in drops in the league with 29. Okay, you want to know how many Jacksonville had?
Oh God,
Are they like at 40 or 50?
45.
Yeah, I knew they were leading.
45. Wow.
Yeah, it's like 29, 30, 30, and then you jump up to 43 for the Broncos and 45 for the Jaguars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Bears at 29, then the Jets at 30, the Chiefs at 30, and then Broncos, which kind of surprised me with the Broncos.
Yeah.
And then the Jaguars.
Then I think Alex touched on it. You saw Caleb make, I think, 5 plays this year. I think when they were happening during games, when I told that, I said, no one else in the NFL is making this play. I mean, he just has, and I think he's the most, escapable quarterback in the league. I think he's the hardest to get sacked. I mean, I saw multiple times this year, someone literally has him in 2 hands, and he just spins out of it, and sometimes it is just an incompletion, so you don't remember that stuff. But, there's just play after play that's, wild. And, there's got to be some value to some of that a little bit. And he led the league, and it was NFL record 7 comeback wins with less than 2 minutes to go in the game. I mean, he's got some of that clutch and it factor when his team needs him. He showed up there at the end.
He did. I'm not trying to take that away from him. Evan and I were talking about this during the Rams game the other day, and I was like, they've got to stop doing this because they can't do it every week.
No.
It's going to come back to bite them before the end of this.
Yeah. Well,
Right,
that's
exactly. And to be honest with you, the Rams tried to give it back.
Oh, I know.
I was watching it with Evan, so I wasn't trying to be super go Stafford, but at the same time I was sitting there hello Rams, you picked them off, run the fucking clock out. Score again, something. Don't just give him the ball back.
Obviously, Dad and I watched it together, and we did pretty well. But I really did thought in my head after he completed that, it was only a 14-yard pass, but it was 55 yards in the air
right.
to Cole Kmet. I really thought, well, we won now. I said the Rams are gonna I really thought it was over. I was like, we're gonna go.
I did too. I thought you guys were gonna win after he completed that, which was insane, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how he did that, but. Yeah, maybe I am a little high, but he's my quarterback, and
It sounds like you want to give him a Valentine's Day card.
that'll be okay.
Your random comments sometimes get me right.
But yeah, that's long-winded answer why Caleb's number 6.
I mean, I think Caleb has all the potential in the world. I'll just kind of waiting one more year to see if it all comes together.
If he can put it all together, it's going to be scary, I think.
I think that whole draft class is kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
Because if you look at them in different ways, you can point to 4 different quarterbacks being better than the other ones. Bo Nix has the most team success over the first 2 years. Daniels has probably the most successful overall season, which was last year, made the NFC Championship, and he was Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Drake May is the first one to become an MVP candidate this year.
And he may go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, may go to the Super Bowl.
Chance he will.
Yeah.
Then Caleb Williams is kind of in the middle of a lot of those. He's not really maybe last, but he's not usually not at the top, but he's in the middle of a lot of those, and he has all the comebacks from this year. So it's literally 4 quarterbacks you can point to, all from one draft class, that you can kind of make a point that, maybe this guy's the best.
What about Tyler
Maybe this
Shock?
guy's the best.
Oh, gosh. Well,
He's that draft class.
Kind of wild.
No, he was this year's.
Oh, he's a rookie this year.
That was McCarthy and Penix.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, that draft class, those 4 are it's crazy
wild.
good. It's crazy talent.
It is.
4 of them. And the thing is, all 4 teams have built around them and have gotten them. Well, the Commanders will see, but the first year they did. The other 3 obviously have.
They tried this offseason. They just got too many old guys.
Yeah.
They went out and got a whole bunch of mid-30 guys, and half of them got hurt.
Yeah.
Their defense sucks.
Well, moving on from Drew's favorite quarterback.
Thank God.
Well, I'm going to mention it, but we're going to skip right on by number 10 with Mahomes because we talked about it pretty heavily with Schaller. But then at number 9, I think if you said this before the season, people would have looked at you funny. But it was Sam Darnold, up 3 spots. He had a number 3 ranking and a number 18 ranking. Tyler had him at number 3, and Brock had him at number 18, which surprised me with Brock.
Yeah, that does surprise me. What the heck?
I don't know what he didn't see with Darnold. I mean, he had team success. He put up good numbers. I don't really know.
Probably heard his Uncle Doug talk about Seach.
Probably.
Is your mic on?
It is now.
Oh, okay. I was saying, I didn't hear that.
Sorry. Yeah.
But Darnold's had a pretty good year, and
Yes.
Darnold's another guy that has a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep. A good chance, unfortunately.
I will say this, Uncle Doug. I rooted for your Rams this last week, more to the benefit of my wife than anything. But if the Seahawks play like they did last week, I don't know.
I know.
I
I watched
But
the Seahawks. Yeah.
They look
Stafford's played well against the Seahawks this year.
Yeah.
He has. Both games have been really close.
Yes, very
and
close.
same with Puka. Puka wants to be better than Jackson Smith and Jimbo.
Yeah.
Whatever
yeah.
he likes.
I think it could be a.
I think it's gonna be a good
Hopefully
game,
it's
Dad.
a good game.
As much as you think you're gonna get blown out, I think you're gonna be close.
I hope
I
it's
think
a good
I think the
game.
Rams have a good chance to win because Darnold sucks against the Rams, but then Stafford tears up the Seahawks. Even though the games have been close, Darnold had like a 3 interception game against you all earlier this year. Somehow they stayed in that game. I think.
I think we talked about it last time during our playoff review. You guys knew you had a playoff spot that last time. You just kind of coasted and was hoping to pull it out, and they came back on that comeback and beat you guys. I mean,
Stafford hasn't had a huge game yet in the playoffs, so he's due.
Right.
He's due a
Let's
big
hope
one.
So.
Yeah, I'm not
trying
to cause issues, but Brock's game was like 4 hours ago. You think he's
he
available?
he played at 9.
Oh, he played it now. Oh, I thought he was
yeah,
at 6
9
o'clock.
o'clock.
game.
No, he played at 9.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
So
yeah,
he's
he's probably still playing right
he's
now.
still
then.
playing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were the 6 o'clock game tonight. No,
Nope,
6 o'clock. That
no.
was Canton tonight.
That was
Wasn't
probably Canton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
No, they're in the losers bracket, so they either get the early game or the late game. He got the 9 o'clock game again tonight.
yeah. Gotcha. My bad. Because the 18 is interesting.
I know. Yeah, that's.
I'll be honest. I'm closer to Brock than I am the other ones. I'm at 14 with Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Darnold definitely didn't have a bad year by any means, but he's one of the league leaders in interceptions. The end of the year, he did not play well. He had 9 touchdowns to 9 interceptions in the last 8 weeks of the season. The best part of their team is not him; it's the defense.
That was definitely the defense. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The first half of the season, he tore it up. In the second half of the season, he actually was kind of bad, and they won a playoff game. Really not because of him either, which I know that doesn't factor in. But overall, I think he had a good season. But again, I judged him and Caleb and Bo Nix all similarly. It was inconsistent, so I put them in the middle. I feel like if you're inconsistent, there's a lot of good, but some bad. I think that's the definition of someone that should be in the middle. So I put him and Caleb Williams kind of right next to each other, and Bo Nix all kind of in similar territory.
Well, you're consistent with your rankings, Wade.
I try to.
Right.
But I think he ended up 16 interceptions or something like that, which in today's NFL is a lot.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I had him pulled up.
I did too.
He threw 14.
Fuck. why
14.
did
25 touchdowns, 14 picks.
14, okay.
Yeah, he was this mother.
You having trouble with your internet again?
It's not the internet. It's just his damn page. It keeps moving it on me. Darnold he's one of the 4,000-yard passers. He's 5th in the league in yards. And he's 9th in the league in touchdowns. It's his completion percentage. He's 67% completion percentage.
Where do you have him ranked?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've been avoiding that all my rankings all episode. You had to fucking ask me.
What?
'Cause I don't have it.
Oh, yeah, forgot.
No, I'm pretty sure I had Darnold in the top 10, but I don't know exactly where. So. Yep. All right, number 8. Another one that kind of surprised me, but up 5 spots was Bo Nix. He was as high as 4 and as low as 15. Anybody on the 15?
Nope, I had him at 8.
I had him at 9.
I'm at 13, right with Darnold and Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta figure out who these.
Yahoos are that have him.
What spot did I just say?
I had him at 8.
I can check Dalton's list to see if since he's a
came
playoff
in at
guy.
8, and somebody had him down at 14, 15.
Well, I got
2
that-
people had him at 15.
I got Bob's list too. Hang on.
Well, Schaller had him at 15,
Robert's got him at 15.
and there's our
there
2
you go.
guys, right? Robert and Schaller.
Yeah, I'll say Bob's got him at 13, and Dalton's got him at 7.
Tyler has him at 4.
Four's pretty high.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind Bo Nix at all. I think he's fine, but he had a good to solid season, I'd say. But I think he's another guy that, again, the best part of that team, he's not carrying that team.
Mm-mm.
Part of that team's actually, contributing to carrying him some of the time.
We'll see how much they carry with the backup quarterback. If they're able to,
We'll see what happens.
if they win without him, that will tell us a lot.
Here's the thing with Bo Nix, kind of like we talked about with Caleb Williams earlier. He had some really big fourth quarter comebacks this year, but it was because he sucked ass for the first 3 quarters of the game. He went out there and threw picks and played like crap, and then it was like, he did it against the Eagles.
Yeah.
He played like crap for 3 quarters and then scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Inconsistency, bro. I've been preaching it.
You're right, though. Their defense is awesome. Their run game is good. They have good receivers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they've got a lot around him.
And he's a quality quarterback. It's not
He
like
is,
he's
yeah.
bad by any means. He's done his job. He's played good to decent, and they're just a very good all around team. He's got a great coach kind of guiding them, and
Well, you were our high guy last time on Knicks, Ray. Where'd you have him this
I
time?
had him at 8.
Oh, so you were still pretty high on him. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, at number 7, we have Jalen Hurts, which I'll be honest with you, kind of surprised me.
wait, what is he at?
7.
7. Okay,
He's up 2 spots. He went up.
I have him at 9.
I had him at 15.
I have him at 14.
I have him at 12.
Yeah, Biggie had him at 3,
Wow.
and Ray had him at 15. Those are a high and low.
I don't know. I think, not to use Wade's argument, but I think Hurts was kind of inconsistent this year at times. He was kind of. I think Alex. I think you could say that. I mean, there was weeks he looked real good. Well, did against the Rams. That
Yeah.
offense was bad, and
But only in the second half.
yeah, in the second half, and then
He was unstoppable in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
then I watched him the whole game against the Bears. It was just kind of and then I watched and then that Chargers game. I'm like, what is going on? And then I don't know. There's just some inconsistencies there, and
Our whole offense was that way.
yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
getting ready to bring up. Was I definitely agree there were some inconsistencies, but I think it was more. It was almost like a team thing. I felt like
The
lot of
offensive
the-
team, the defense was just kind of
Yeah.
like showing up, and then the offense is just like from week to week we were buddy. Other weeks we hated each other.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out next year.
And I
Like,
felt like even most of the time you all might have some issues at certain places, but your offensive line mauls everybody, so it doesn't matter. But even this year, your all's offensive line was down a little bit.
weren't they hurt? It wasn't Lane Johnson gone for like half the year.
Yeah, Lane Johnson missed like the second half of the season. Jurgens and Dickerson both missed time and played hurt.
Barkley didn't have a great season.
No, I think he had like 11. I think he had like 1,100
Yeah, he
yards.
still
or
had
something
1,000
this year.
yards, but nothing.
Yeah. I thought Jalen Hurts still put up very efficient numbers passing the ball. So
Yeah, the thing, the saving grace with him is he just doesn't turn the ball over.
Right.
Like
25 passing touchdowns and 6 interceptions. I mean, that's pretty good. It
Mhm.
didn't throw for very many yards, and they made the playoffs.
And he also, with the tush push, he rushes for like, what do you have, like 12 more rushing touchdowns this
Yeah.
year or something like that?
I think it's
Oh, only 8 this year, but
8.
still, I mean,
that's still a good amount.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
gave up on the tush push mid-season. We didn't run it for weeks and weeks.
yeah. I mean, but he's still eight more rushing touchdowns. I mean,
I mean,
and he can still run the ball. I think he had 400 or 500 yards rushing.
He'll end his career. Yeah, I think 400. He'll end his career second all time in QB rushing touchdowns.
He's already close to Cam Newton, who had the record before Josh Allen just broke it.
Right. Yeah. Unless something happens to Josh Allen, he's not going to catch Josh Allen. Right. But he'll end up second all time. Yeah.
Josh Allen's going to end his career with more rushing touchdowns than a lot of Hall of Fame running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really will.
Yeah, he's sneaking up there on the all-time total more than what people think.
He's already got 79 career rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen.
Jeez.
He's 29.
Yeah, he turns 30. I think they said week 1 next year.
Yeah,
which is crazy to think he's already
3 or 4
30.
years have been nuts. He's been rattling off hella rushing touchdowns.
Wasn't it like a 14, a 15?
This year's 14. Last year was 12. The year before was 15.
Okay.
And then he's in between 6 and 9 all the years before that.
Think about this. Derrick Henry only has 122.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's going to catch Derrick Henry, but
But still.
that's not that far apart.
Right.
He's going to play a lot longer than Derrick Henry, too, because he's a quarterback.
I think, again, as long as nothing happens, he'll for sure get over 100.
Oh,
which is going to be crazy to think about. He'll be the first player ever to have over 100 rushing touchdowns and 100 passing touchdowns.
If he stays healthy and keeps doing what he's doing, he'll have over 100 in 2 years.
Yeah. Wait, how many career interceptions does Josh Allen have?
Hang on, I just moved the page.
That'd be interesting. I'm sure it's more, but it'd be kind of interesting if he has close. That'd be kind of crazy to think about. I don't know what it's at, obviously.
His career interceptions are 94.
He is close.
So 94 to 79. If he has a couple of efficient years,
yeah.
As long as he keeps that. It doesn't say he has to pass.
His interceptions have gone down dramatically. At the beginning of his career, he threw a lot of them.
Yeah,
He's doing better.
He had some seasons in the middle where they were pretty high.
If he can keep it within 20 or even 30, that's real impressive.
The past 2 years, his interceptions have only been 6 and 10. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But he's already got 220 passing touchdowns on top of the 79 rushing. So
yeah, he's almost got 300 total touchdowns.
You guys notice all weekend when they were showing people's quarterback stats, they didn't throw. There wasn't passing touchdowns; it was total touchdowns. Every graphic had.
They've been doing that more. They're showing more total touchdowns to make it look like quarterback. They did well. I think they've been doing it more for Drake May.
Yeah.
Some of his down weeks, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, Drake May had 3 total touchdowns, and Matthew Stafford had 5 passing touchdowns today." I'm like, "Well, Drake May threw for 1 touchdown."
when we get to them, I want to talk about the MVP race. Yeah.
Wait again, you weren't. I don't know if you listened to the playoff preview, but I've been telling Dad for months. I'm gonna have. We'll get there, but I'm gonna have you. I'm pretty definite on my answer too.
Yeah.
You know I am. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Well, I will just end the Hurts discussion with this. I think anybody that ranked Hurts pretty high, you're living off the Super Bowl.
Where did Dalton?
Oh God.
Dalton had him high, but it wasn't.
It wasn't 1 or 2.
Oh,
it wasn't
Biggie was high at 3.
Okay. Then midseason didn't Dalton have him at 1?
Dalton had him at 1 in the midseason. Yes, he did.
And that was just pure bias, and he didn't give a shit.
And he had Dak Prescott 20.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's some Cowboys hatred right there. Oh, he has Hurts down at 9-ish.
Oh, okay, that's better.
I'll say, but I don't know. I haven't spoken to Dalton about it, obviously, but
His numbers are messed up, so I have to count the names.
Yeah, a lot of Eagles fans were completely fed up with some of the offensive guys by the end of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ obviously needs shot into the sun, but people were irritated with Jalen. People were irritated with the coaching staff. People were irritated with, a lot of things going on. So.
I've seen a lot of people be upset with Sirianni. I'm like, he's done nothing but take you guys to the playoffs.
Anybody that says fire Sirianni is a fucking moron.
That's what I'm like, and people are like, well, he's a head coach that doesn't call plays, so what does he do? I'm like, you don't have to call plays to be a head coach.
Some of the most successful head coaches of our life don't call plays.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, you guys.
Mike Tomlin just went 19 straight years with a winning record and never called a play one time.
Yeah, I know.
John Harbaugh does not call plays, and Both the guys I just named have Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Sirianni won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was saying, and he's made playoffs every year.
Every
with
year.
the Eagles.
He has the second highest win percentage of any coach ever in their first 5 years.
Yeah. So I mean, like, he's obviously doing something right. Just
You can't fire that guy.
No,
it's not like we just won 3 games.
Yeah.
We won 11 games,
Right,
won our
yeah.
division, went to the playoffs, had a stinker in the playoffs. That it sucks. Yeah, I was
And
mad.
He still almost won with a stinker.
Yeah,
Like, it's not like he got blown out.
right.
Get a new offensive coordinator and run it
100%.
back.
100%.
Yeah, I think you guys will be fine. You guys still have a ton of talent. You guys are loaded.
I
You
agree.
still have a young defensive talent, so you're
Yeah, it's still cheap at this point.
yes.
But anyway, number 6, none other than Dak Prescott, up 1 spot. I will say I was interested. I had a list of questions that people that are not us sent me that have listened to our QB ranking episodes, and one of them has to do with Dak Prescott, so I'll ask it in a minute. But he was as high as number 2 for Biggie, and as low as 20 for Buddy. I guess I missed that. I should have asked Buddy that.
Oh gosh.
Like, I know he said his first 14 were the playoff guys.
I think Buddy did say he probably should have brought him up. I think during his spiel, during all that,
He might have
I think he said he probably should. But yeah, I had Prescott at 4. Again, it's
7.
kind of a similar thing
5.
with Goff. I think Dak's better than Goff, but every year he just throws up these insane stats. I mean, they don't win, but like if he
And you got to, like people talk about Stafford having 2 great receivers or Goff having 2 great receivers. Dak's definitely got 2 great receivers.
He does. I mean, Lamb missed significant time this year, but he does have 2 great receivers. He has a good tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense was like historically bad this year, like
Yeah.
really
Yes.
bad. Which is probably why they did suck, because their offense was
Right.
obviously putting up numbers.
he threw for 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only 10 picks. It's not like he was out there,
Yeah.
turning the ball over like crazy.
Right.
and he, I don't know. No, he doesn't run that much anymore.
No, since he broke his leg, he pretty much
Yeah.
stopped running. He was a pretty decent dual threat before he broke his leg. So the question I got was, from a very unsuspecting source, to be honest with you. They said, "Hey, in the first QB rankings episode, Alex, you were the high man with Dak Prescott at 6, and people jumped all over you. And then, and one of the big driving forces was he always fails in the playoffs. Well, he didn't do anything in the playoffs this year, and he shot up everybody's rankings. So the question was, if he didn't fix the thing you said he was bad at, why did he shoot up everybody's rankings?"
He didn't really shoot up mine. He only moved up by 2 or 3 spots.
Yeah.
He went up a little bit on mine. I think it's just because a bunch of the top guys got hurt.
That like 3/4 of the league got hurt this year.
Yeah, I was like,
That's true.
Yeah, so
A lot of guys got
That's also
hurt.
probably why.
and like there wasn't really that many guys like with high like totals. Like I think, well, Caleb, what did we say? It was like 7th in passing, and he didn't have 4,000 yards. That mean only 6 guys did it. I think part of that has to do with the kickoff rules. When you get the ball at the 40 instead of the 25, you're losing at least 15 yards.
Yeah, I didn't
every
think about
drive.
that.
I mean, and then if they kick a touchback, you start at 35. Like, so I mean, like the average yards, like they're starting closer to the end zone than what they have in the past. I mean, in the past you start your 20, then we did the 25. Now it's like 35 and 40.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's hurting some of the numbers, like total numbers.
And the rankings at the beginning of the season, you have to base them off of what they previously done in the past,
Right.
because the season hasn't started yet. So you have to base what they did throughout their career at the beginning of the season, because you're projecting what you think they're going
That's
to
exactly what I was going to say.
do. At the end of the season, you're literally just judging on what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, now we're really just shut up.
We're looking at their numbers.
Yeah, if we were ranking them on, like Schaller said earlier, their equity, this would look totally different.
Right.
Like somebody,
But we're ranking them on what they did.
yeah.
I just want to throw it in there. I hope he listens.
Yeah. How'd you know it was him?
He brought up the question to me at the
did
boys'
he?
basketball game.
Gotcha.
We had a Drake May Stafford discussion, which I'm going to bring up with.
Yeah,
when we
he's
get
the Drake May one, which I was a little surprised about.
Who is?
But Our cousin Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh, yeah.
Mm.
I want to bring up something so bad, but we're not there yet.
All right, we'll get there.
We got
Let's
a couple
go. We're getting
left.
close.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dak at 6. At number 5, I do have a bone to pick with somebody in this room about 5. 5 is Justin Herbert, up 3 spots. Buddy was high guy at 3, and I do believe we talked about that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ray is our low guy at 20. But you're actually not the guy that I have the bone to pick with.
Oh, okay.
Ray was ready.
Me?
Yeah, you.
What happened?
But before we get there,
Oh boy, here we go.
Ray, why do you have him at 20?
I'm just not that high on him. I've never been that high on him. I don't really think he's as impressive as everybody. He's just overhyped for me.
But where'd you have him mid-season? That
I don't know, but I can tell you what I had at the beginning of the season.
okay, beginning of the season.
14.
So why do you think he was worse?
I don't know. I just don't. I think he's gonna be my new Aaron Rodgers.
Just ain't liking him, huh?
No. I mean, he's had what? 2 head coaches. Went to the playoffs 2 times.
I think he's 0-3.
0-3.
Yeah, he's 0-3.
Yeah, he hasn't won a playoff game.
The playoff stuff
I
is
don't-
rough.
I don't think any playoff run he's had has looked impressive. He's
Can't really call him runs if you don't win a game.
he's had big games, but I think the word of the day is inconsistency.
That's fair.
And
That is fair.
I can't get behind him as much as everybody else. I can't.
There
I
are
can't do
huge
it.
Justin Herbert supporters.
I
Oh,
will
they're
say,
gigantic.
I will say, missing both your tackles for a majority of the year does
Right.
hurt.
and not having any wide receivers.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Well, that's
Yeah.
why I had him high on my list.
Me
'cause
too.
The playoff game hadn't happened yet. And,
yeah.
well, I think we just made the argument.
Yeah.
He took well,
Terrible offense.
okay, yeah. I wasn't
He
sure how to
was
word it.
that last month when he had his broken hand and with neither tackle. Like he carried.
And
Yeah,
he's
he
very,
was the offense.
Yeah,
he's very, very
yeah.
efficient. Usually, he's very
Yeah.
efficient with the ball.
If
Well,
they ever can
The playoff stuff
stay
is just
healthy,
rough.
I think the Chargers will really go.
We've said that I think since the beginning of the
Hey,
podcast.
Saints might get. I know was rooting for the Eagles to get him, but McDaniels might do wonders for Justin Herbert,
Yeah.
bringing a
Yeah.
dynamic new style offense.
Right.
Not this. All right, under center, I formation shit that they were running last year.
Yeah.
The last couple of years with Harbaugh, they've been running the ball more with.
I don't care that they run the ball. I think it's been all right for him. But like I don't think Herbert needs to be in I formation 70% of the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He doesn't. No.
And it was kind of crazy that their whole offense was built around Herbert and the offensive line, and they have 2 all-pro offensive linemen, and one missed pretty much the entire year, and one missed like half the year.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
both the all-pro tackles
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Just when it's Alt and what's the other one?
Slater.
Yeah.
Slater.
Sean Slater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
They're
Chris-
both studs.
When you watch that, I know again this list isn't about the playoffs, but when you watch that playoff game, he was just getting murdered.
Oh, he was.
Now
There's
scoring
nothing he
3
could do.
points is obviously not a great.
Yeah, the one time they had the ball within inside the 5.
but it was
they-
just oof.
Well, when they do, they do like the Sunday Night Football thing. Drew Mallett, Cloverstock College. When they do that, what was the lineman? Their PF rankings. All of them were like at the bottom. Like both guards were like 42 out of 44 ranked, and it's like this is not going to be good.
No.
Like they're like, it was bad.
It's just, and I think with some of those young guys, once you can't get that first playoff win after 2 or 3 chances, I think
It starts sitting there, and
it
you think
stresses
about
them
it.
out. They start to press about it, and then they try too hard, and then they play bad, and then we've seen it time and time again with guys.
But we've also seen guys come out of it and have really successful playoff careers afterwards. I mean,
Sure.
Peyton Manning's the perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning started his playoff career like 3-6.
So,
He was like
Like-
0-3 or 0-4 to start off.
Yeah, like he was
Sometimes once you get over the hump, then it clicks.
right.
Like,
Pretty sure Peyton, when the beginning of Peyton's career, I'm pretty sure we lost a playoff game like 6 to like 52 or something like that to like the Jets. It was someone really bad.
I wouldn't doubt that.
It was like in 99 or 2000 or something like that. It was rough.
But no,
yeah, I was saying, well, I'm intrigued. What?
well, Drew, here's my thing, man. I felt like Herbert went out there. He gave this gutsy, awesome performance for like the second half of the year. Willed his team to the playoffs. You know, playing injured, playing without any talent around him. And Drew abandoned him. Drew was like, he's the third best quarterback in the league. Now he's like, well, now that he did all that, he's not anymore. And I was like, Drew, you abandoned your guy. You abandoned your principles.
He's my top 10. I didn't abandon my principles at the end of the year. I looked at the stats, and his stats were about 9th or 10th. I put him at 10. I still kept him in the top 10, but it was just they started off real hot, and then there in the middle of the year, they kind of fizzled out. And then he had to get hot for them to make the playoffs. Yeah. So, like, they just... I think I said this either the midseason. He had some clunkers in there in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
Before tons of people got hurt. Like they kind of fell off when the Broncos really took the lead in that division because they were leading at the beginning of the year. They were 4-0, 5-0, and then they lost a bunch in a row, and then they had to claw their way back and make the wild card.
Look at this because if Buddy had him at 3, but Ray had him at 20, and he ends up at 5. So there has to be some other guys at 4 and 5 rankings.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see with Robert.
Can you look at your guys there, Wade?
What? Sorry,
Robert's got him at 8.
That's where I had him. I
Can you
had
just
him
look
at
and see
8.
where they ranked Herbert?
Yeah.
Schaller has them at 8. So Buddy's at 3.
Dalton's at 8.
The 8 coming in a lot.
Yeah, the average ain't working out.
Good old Booby's got him at 6. I think I had him at 5 or 6. I think I have him at 5.
Interesting.
Darnold, Bonex,
The math ain't math.
Yeah, so it says
8. Don't forget Biggie here.
yeah, don't forget his.
He's probably got him 1 plus
6.
Like Biggie and Dalton, you never know what those rascals are up to with their lists.
It's true.
Yeah, way low, way high. They're never in the middle. It's always.
And at the beginning of the year, we gave Bob a lot of shit, and he was right about numerous of them. Hey, remember how much shit we gave for putting Drake May high on his list?
Yeah. Wasn't he a high Trevor Lawrence guy, too?
He might have been. He was right about a few
right.
things that we fucked with him
right.
for.
Yeah.
He had faith in his guy.
He came through.
Oh.
I wish I had my notebook. This kind of sucks.
What is the problem that we're trying to figure out? I was trying to look at something.
Who drug his ranking up? Buddy has him at 3, and we've got a few guys at 6.
I got him at 5.
Oh, you had him at 5. Okay, there's another one.
Yeah.
I had him up there somewhere. I can't remember where exactly it was.
There were several of us that had him at 8. So. But.
All right. Well, at number 4 was none other than the just mentioned Trevor Lawrence, up 11 spots. I will be honest with you guys. Trevor Lawrence had a good year. I was surprised to see him at 4.
I had him at 7. So
we had 4 guys put him at 4.
Have him at 8.
he came on strong at the end of the year, so there might be some recency.
The beginning and the middle and then the end, they tore it up.
Well, remember we talked about this. Like our middle ranking came off of like his big win over the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, he ended the year hot.
Yes, he did.
But Biggie was our low man at 14. Who the 4 guys that had him at 4 were, I don't know off the top of my
I'm
head.
one of them.
Oh, Wade's one of them. Okay.
I'm guessing my 2 amigos are probably with me, with Bob and Dalton. Or at least one of them.
Oh, Schaller's with you at 4.
I just thought just this year, Jacksonville
Buddy's with you.
was a really... Oh, so maybe it's just one of my guys that I have him with me then. Now I'm curious which one it is. Oh.
That's not Biggie.
Bob. Bob's got him at
That's
4.
Bob. Okay. There you go.
The Jaguars had a great year. They made the playoffs. He had over 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns passing. He also had 9 rushing touchdowns on top of it, which I didn't know until I looked at it. But another great number.
There was like 2 quarterbacks this year that took a huge leap in rushing. And it was like Trevor Lawrence and maybe I think it was Justin Herbert. Both had like career highs in rushing stats.
Yeah. And Lawrence, I mean, the Jaguars skill position people, I'm not going to say they're not like they're awful, but they're not great.
They're not. They're
really
definitely
not that great.
I mean, their best offensive player is running back.
ETN.
Yeah.
So I thought he did really well for what he had around him. And we've been waiting for people have been trying to anoint Trevor Lawrence a great quarterback since he came out of college, and that hasn't really happened. But I thought this year was his first good to great season where he played really well.
Yeah, the end of the season, the way he played is what everybody expected from when he came out of college.
Yeah.
And he finally lived up to that.
Well,
He
if I
played
remember-
well.
If I remember correctly, at the beginning of the year, Wade was low man on Trevor Lawrence.
Probably.
I think Wade was
Ray.
Wade was pretty down on him.
I'm sure Ray was.
Well, yeah, going to this year, he was overrated as fuck.
I
I
mean,
had him at 19.
I think he's another guy that really helped from his head coach. Cohen did a really good job.
Yeah.
Old Duval.
Yeah.
Like, he was, I thought, massively overrated going into the season. There were certain people that tried to act like he's, like certain sports personality people that try and act like he's been just tearing it up. I'm like, what are you watching? Like,
Well, I guess I would say this though.
but this
To
year,
put
he
to
did
put more context on what you're saying, Wade, he threw for 4,000 yards and almost 30 touchdowns, and his receivers led the league in drops
Yeah,
by a lot.
exactly.
Yeah, I think a lot of them were the guy. What was the wide receiver's name that was supposed to be really good this year, but he sucked, but he was really good last year? as a
Brian
rookie?
Thomas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a ton of them?
He probably did.
I
He was
thought
on
in
my
the middle
fantasy
of
team. I just benched him all the time because he pissed me off.
I thought in the middle of the season, I remember listening to a podcast where someone was talking about how him constantly dropping the football.
Well, then Travis Hunter got hurt like halfway through the
Right,
season.
yeah, they lost him halfway.
Yeah, they had this big year without him, and he was supposed to be one of their saviors. It was it was wild. It was, I don't know. I thought it was a good year for Jacksonville and Lawrence.
I was just bummed that Jacksonville had to play Buffalo in the first round. I was kind of like, man, I really wanted to root for Jacksonville, but then I was like, I like Buffalo. Like,
Yeah,
It was a good game, though.
it was a good game, yeah. All right, we're into our top three, guys. All three of these top guys got number one votes. We already passed Mahomes, who got a number one vote from Robert. But these top three guys all got number one votes. At number three is Josh Allen, who we talked about previously. He's dropped down 2 spots. He was our number one the entire season until now. He's 1 through 32, Schaller and Dalton. I had him at 2.
I had him at 3, right where he came in.
2.
I have him at 2.
Had him 4.
We're all right there together.
Yeah.
I just couldn't quite put Drake May over him.
Yeah, that's where I was.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
No.
Josh Allen.
Sorry.
Josh Allen's the main.
Well, what pushed May over Allen was May got 3 first place votes.
Yeah.
I heard something today that, because remember I seen you all, there was something about some with the Patriots playing bad teams, and they had the easiest schedule since 1999. Then I heard today on some I listened to, they had the easiest schedule of any playoff team in NFL history.
Yeah.
It was, and they lost some games. They lost to the Raiders.
Well, that thing I showed you about what they did against Pro Bowl quarterbacks, it wasn't Pro Bowl quarterbacks from this year. It was any quarterback that's ever made a Pro Bowl.
Right.
And Geno Smith was one of them, and he's one of the ones that
Okay.
put up stats against him, and he sucked this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat them.
Which- But yeah, I didn't really mean to go on a tangent about their schedule, but
Well, like I said, I don't want to talk too much about Josh Allen because we talked about him with Schaller for a while. So he came in at number 3. And number 2 was Drake May, up 2 spots. He was ranked 1 to 11, 3 number 1 votes. Biggie had him at 11.
wow, 11, huh?
I'm sure his argument was he didn't play nobody.
Well,
He's got a point.
Well,
Yeah.
Lamar
here's my
Jackson
thing.
played anybody either.
I have been on the Patriots schedule thing all season. I said it in the midseason rankings. I said it in the playoff preview that I didn't believe in him because of it. I heard something the other day, I listened to the Bill Simmons podcast. Obviously, he's a Patriots fan, so he's trying to defend Drake May's MVP chances. And essentially his thing was, when it comes to talking about Drake May, how easy your schedule is doesn't matter. It's how good of defenses you played. And he played higher ranked defenses than even Matthew Stafford. I don't know. I haven't looked this up. This is what he said on his national podcast, so I assume it's true. That he played better defenses over the course of the season than a lot of guys, which is actually what quarterbacks actually have to face, not the other team's offense. Right. So that argument doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does, because you get wins when you play shitty teams. That's why it makes
the other team can't score. Who cares? But I'm just thinking of the defenses he played. Well, played the Bills. That's probably the best defense that he saw in his division, because the Jets didn't pick anybody off all year.
The Jets and the Dolphins, yeah.
Those defenses suck. I know they played the Bengals. That defense sucks. They lost to the Raiders, and can any of us name a defender besides Max Crosby? No. So yeah, they're not any good. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know the whole Patriots schedule, but
I'm looking it up right now.
Like they played that we talked about earlier.
They played Vegas, Miami, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh did have a top-ranked defense. Carolina, Buffalo, New Orleans, Tennessee, Cleveland. Cleveland had a good defense.
I'm gonna prove that wrong in a second. Keep going.
Prove what wrong?
So here's the trick to what Simmons is doing here. He's being a fuckhead because he wants Drake May to win MVP.
Oh, he's rooting for his guy. Yeah,
the Browns,
absolutely.
Which is fine. We can get to that in a minute. Say you're playing the Browns. They technically have like the 7th ranked defense in the league.
Right.
But their offense is like the 32nd ranked offense in the league.
True story.
So their defense might play well for a while, but they're on the field so much, you're eventually going to wear them down and score 30 points on them. And then they might go beat the shit out of the Jets and hold them to 6 points and be ranked 7th overall. But their offense is so bad, their defense is on the field constantly. So by the end of the game, Drake, you're just.
Well, I think the Browns game when they played the Patriots, I think that's one of the games Myles Garrett had like 5 sacks. I think he did sack Drake May, but it was like
I don't know.
I think that was. I remember them saying, Myles Garrett gets 4 or 5 sacks, but they lose by 30.
Yeah, it was 32-13.
That's literally what my entire point was. So some of these teams that technically had a higher ranked defense, so like the Browns, their offense is so bad, they might be high in certain defensive rankings that brings up their overall ranking, but their team sucks so bad and the offense is so terrible that you eventually wear down the defense because they're on the field 3/4 of the time, and then you end up scoring 35 points in the second half.
And depending on who you play, I think they got the whole NFC South division. They weren't scoring points on each other because they all sucked.
Yeah.
Like, they all weren't good, so that brings your rating down compared to, like, the other defenses when you have the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Rams scoring 30 points a week on each other. Like,
the Seahawks defense is legit.
Yeah, they are good.
Well, and the 49ers defense
play
is
the
good.
Browns. That also is going to factor in.
October.
I'm just trying to see what
October 26th is what it says, yeah. It's like middle of the season here.
Okay.
Atlanta, Tampa Bay, the Jets again, the Bengals, the Giants, Buffalo again, Baltimore, the Giants, Miami.
I'll be honest, I only heard a couple good defenses in the whole thing.
Yeah, you're looking at Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Atlanta,
Baltimore.
And Baltimore.
I don't think Pittsburgh was that good this year. I don't think it was.
No, well, by the time
they lost to Pittsburgh anyway.
By the time they got to the Bears, they were just saying like they were their run was good, but their pass they were giving up 250, 300 yards a game to passers. Like, they just weren't.
There's another trick. You can be tricky with this stuff. So technically, you can look up their defensive ranking, and different websites and different things will give you different categories that they rank it off of. So, like, I looked up the Steelers' defense a while back, which is why I know this, and there was one thing that told me that they were 7th, and then one thing told me they were 22nd. So there's different rating systems and different things that they all go off of, where you can skew it in whatever direction you want it to go in.
Yeah, I just always go off scoring defense because that's what matters. Who gives a shit if you gave up way more yards but less points? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I would say that's the whole telltale sign of the Bears defense this year. We led the league in takeaways, but we're like 4th worst, or like 28th in the league with yards and stuff.
Yeah, the Steelers were 17 the points allowed this year.
And they were 26th in yards allowed. I mean, the
That's not even
Steelers weren't a very good defense.
I don't know. I just don't. Yeah.
But they're 7th on DVOA.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess, and we all know Stafford's last, right? He's first, correct? On the
I
list,
haven't won.
like on the list, he won. Yeah,
Sorry,
I
yeah.
figure he's the last one. We're talking about Drake May.
Yeah,
so this is the debate.
Stafford is number 1, yes. Up 2 spots. He was never ranked any lower than 5, which was Brock, by the way.
I got to talk to my nephew.
wild.
Yeah.
And he got 8 first place votes.
I mean, I don't know if you've heard my rant, Wade. I don't think you've been here, but he's my MVP. He beats May by like 15 passing touchdowns. Like Alex said earlier, they're trying to do this total touchdown thing. If you go by total, he's only like 4 behind Stafford. But then
It's more than that.
no, it's not. It's if you go by total, it's only they're really close. When you total them up.
I thought it was like 9 or 10.
That's what I was thinking 9 or 10.
Well, I saw something the other day. It said he had 46 total touchdowns.
Oh. 'Cause I thought May had like 5 rushing
Yeah, and then they do his total yards, which
I got you right here. It's 46 to 35, so 11.
11. Yeah.
Josh Allen is actually 2nd in total touchdowns.
Yeah, because his rushing touchdowns always go through
Actually,
the roof.
Trevor Lawrence is 3rd.
yeah, so
Drake
it's,
May's 4th?
Yeah.
but like Stafford at 37 led the league in touchdowns and yards.
Yeah.
Like I mean, and
In my
yes, he does have Puka and Devontae, but okay, and most of the time the MVPs have great players with them. We don't give the MVPs to lower tier guys anyway, so why
Why
are
didn't
we?
have Devontae all season? He got hurt for a
No,
while.
and like we talked about earlier, Kyron's okay running back. Mostly it was 2, and their defense is okay.
Who was that other guy? The starts with a C.
Quorum.
Corum.
He was the running back for
Corum.
Michigan when they won their national championship.
Yeah, he ran hard the other day.
Mm-hmm.
See, like, we really went on a rampage about the Patriots schedule. But
We did.
out of all honesty, Drake May did play very, very well.
Oh, he did. Yes.
And
Yeah.
he played great. And even it's not his fault about the schedule. So, like, I don't want this to turn into a Drake May hate fest because now that
Because I really like Drake.
I do too, actually. Now that Brady and Belichick are gone, I have no reason to dislike the Patriots. But he played great, and he does do great things with his legs, and he's very accurate throwing down the field. He's very, very good. And then, but it was like near the end of the season, and I was still in harvest and working a bunch of hours or whatever I was doing, so I wasn't paying super close attention to like everyone's numbers and stuff. And some of the shows or podcasts I was listening to started talking about the MVP race with Stafford and May. And they were making it sound so close and everything I was listening to. I was like, dang, these guys like must have really, really similar stats. So I went on several days thinking, because like a lot of some of the people I was listening to, like Bill Simmons, was like, you're an idiot if you don't think it's Drake May. And I was like, damn, their stats like must be really comparable. And then like Drake May has all these rushing numbers or something. And then I talked to our cousin Josh when we went and watched Alex's boys play basketball. And again, I hadn't looked up their numbers yet. I was just listening to a few people talk about the MVP race, and I was like, this is interesting. Okay. And then me and Josh got to talking about football and our QB rankings because he listened to one of the past episodes. And one of us said something about the MVP race, and I asked him, like, who do you think should win? And he said Drake May. And I was like, yeah. I was like, which at this time, I didn't know their numbers, and I'd heard other people talk about how Drake May should maybe be the MVP. And I was like, yeah. I said, I've heard, but his rushing numbers might, kind of separate him from Stafford. And then I went and looked up their numbers. I didn't know that Stafford was that far ahead in touchdowns and passing yards. And Drake May does have a lot of like efficiency and advanced stats that are better than Stafford, but I don't think you can fully win an MVP off advanced analytics.
No,
When Stafford leads the whole league in yards and touchdowns by a large margin in passing touchdown.
I was talking to Josh's brother Jeremy about the MVP race, and he made the comment to me. He's like, I honestly have not looked at either one of their stats. He's like, I don't know who to say is better at this point. He's like, I need to look up their numbers. And I was like, well, I could tell you that Stafford led the league in yards and touchdowns and has Drake May by 15 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, then he's the MVP.
Right, exactly.
And they threw the same amount of interceptions.
Yeah.
Like when I looked at the stats, I was like, why have I been listening to these podcasts for the
Yeah.
past 4 or 5 days, listening to Bill Simmons rant? He's the worst one. But there was a few other people that really thought Drake May, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, dang, these guys most just have like 43 touchdowns or something. And then I looked at Drake May as like 31. Stafford
Yeah.
had like 46 or 47
And
or
he has
something.
4 rushing touchdowns. It's not like he has
Yeah.
10 or
Right.
15 like we're talking about Josh Allen.
Yeah.
You know, he has 4 rushing touchdowns.
And like I said, Drake May had especially for a second year in the league, played phenomenal.
No, here's
Oh,
what,
yeah.
here's
He was
what I
very
like him a lot.
consistent.
Don't get it confused. I'm not running down Drake May.
No.
Well, that's
I'm
why
just saying
I'm
he
trying
didn't
to-
have as good of a year as Matthew Stafford.
Right.
You know, like
yeah, I agree. Because I had May voted second. Just the way they ended. Matthew won, Stafford, May too, and I like Drake May a lot.
I put May at 3, and the only reason I put Josh Allen up ahead of him, I just think Josh Allen does so much for his team. It's
Oh, he
unreal.
does.
He does.
Like
He really does.
12 rush. No, that's a difference. You know, when he had Josh Allen had 12 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
According to this, it says
Or
14.
or 14, whatever it was. The point is, it's a lot more. And plus, he had almost the same amount of passing touchdowns as May. I think he was like 3 or 4 short of that, and then had 8 or 9 more rushing touchdowns. And I'll be honest, lots of people bring up, Stafford having Puka and Adams and stuff, and May doesn't have that much around him. Compared to that, the Bills suck.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
Bills
they do.
are trash without Josh Allen.
Right.
James Cook is
exactly.
good. James Cook is good.
Yeah.
And they have a couple good offensive linemen. But the wide receivers are probably one of the 3 or 4 worst wide receiving groups in the league.
Their
Dalton-
defense isn't good.
Yeah, the
No.
rush defense is one of like the 5 worst in the NFL. And it's just, I don't know.
No, seriously, the Bills are asking Josh Allen to be Superman week in and week out.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like,
really are.
He has had a much tougher job this year than both the other 2 guys we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't think Josh Allen's the MVP of the league, but I think Josh Allen is what he's had to do this year is much closer to Justin Herbert than these other 2 guys. Like just having to will his team to victories, with the mess around him.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, that's why Josh Allen won the MVP last year. His numbers were not on par with Lamar Jackson's,
They weren't.
but he was doing it with so much less.
And when you, again, it's also kind of deceiving because Lamar's passing numbers went through the roof last year.
Mm-hmm.
But Allen, again, his passing numbers weren't, well, the touchdowns is mainly what I'm referring to. They were nowhere near as high as Lamar's. But again, Lamar doesn't rush for very many touchdowns. Allen, again, ran for like 12 or 15 rushing touchdowns last year when he won the MVP. So if you want to do the Drake May argument and talk about total touchdowns, it was closer than what you think. But, yeah, I don't know. Different people view all this stuff differently. It's just how you prefer it. But I think Stafford was clearly the MVP, in my opinion.
Well, it's my opinion, so we'll see. He did win,
He was the All-Pro first team quarterback.
yeah, and he won some other award today, but it's not the official MVP.
I know I texted you during the first round that the Rams are the team I'm rooting for in the playoffs. I like Stafford a lot. If he goes from Detroit to the Rams and wins 2 Super Bowls and an MVP after being called a loser the whole first half of his career, it's going to be kind of crazy. It'll
is.
prove the point that we've been trying to tell people this entire time, that your team matters.
Yes.
You can't. It's not, well, this guy's a winner and that guy's a loser.
Well,
That's not how it works with football.
No.
That's the thing. Wade and I have been having the same argument for years and years and years with the same people
Yeah.
that Troy Aikman was not better at playing quarterback than Dan Marino.
Yeah.
But because he has 3 Super Bowls and Dan Marino never won one, people are able to make that case. And I'm like, but if you watch them play,
Right, yeah.
Dan Marino was better at playing quarterback than Troy Aikman.
Right.
Like, do I think, winning does play a role? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. You have
No.
there has to be a certain, like if you're talking about all-time great guys and you want to have like a GOAT conversation or rank your top 5 all-time or something, a certain level of winning has to be achieved. But
Sure.
it's not just counting Super Bowls.
Correct.
Like,
I would never say Dan Marino is like a top 3 quarterback of all time.
no.
Even though he probably had the skills to be it.
Oh yeah.
But I would never say, oh, like, he's right up there with Tom Brady, or he's right up there with Peyton Manning, or he's right up there with Joe Montana, or, these guys. Like, because if you are the greatest of all time, you figure it out and find a way to win.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's just interesting. I really just want Stafford to win. To be honest.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
And I like what you were saying about going from Detroit because, I mean, the things that he went through at Detroit, I liked him when he was there.
I did too.
I always felt
Oh, yeah.
bad for him because
loved
they
him
always
and
got
Calvin
dumped
Johnson.
on.
But I
Yeah.
remember specifically when you all got him. I don't remember if was it a trade or a free agency.
It's trade.
Trade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's golf. Duh.
Yeah.
After the trade, right on ESPN, Teddy Bruschi's
Yes, he
bitch
did.
ass went on ESPN and said that this trade won't do anything for the Rams because Matthew Stafford's a loser,
He's a proven loser.
a proven loser, and literally won the Super Bowl that year. And
Yeah.
I was like,
We got the trophy sitting
Yeah.
there.
It's
you and your Spygate theories can go fuck off.
Yeah.
like, here's my thing. It's one thing to have like a Lamar Jackson or Patrick Ewing or something career where you fall apart in big moments and don't win.
Right.
But it's totally different to get drafted by a poverty franchise that has never put a good team on the field and struggle to elevate that team to a contender. Those are two completely different things.
Right. You go to a team that all-time greats retire early
yeah.
to get away from the team.
Yeah.
And they had that twice.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Stafford's also the only quarterback to have multiple receivers to go for over 1,700 yards. And
Yeah.
people are like, oh, well, that's their talent. I'm like, well, part of that's him being able
Right,
to get them the
'cause-
ball.
Yeah.
He's got 3 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
well. It was it. Calvin's got the record for most yards in a season,
And
and
And then
Cup's
number
second. So,
2.
yeah, he has.
both quarterbacked by Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. And then Puka went over 1,700 yards this year.
That's wild. Yeah, it's just, and I think when you get into a lot of these debates, especially when it involves people's favorite team, like our family, a bunch of our family members are Cowboy fans or whatever. If it's one of their guys, you have a hard time letting go of certain, you're not really there to debate. You're there to declare that Troy Aikman's better than that guy. So, but you try to explain something to him, it's like, nah.
Well, I mean,
Which we're all biased in our own ways.
we,
Sure,
we
but
are.
we
But,
are.
But here's my thing. By that logic, my guy, Jalen Hurts, is one of the best quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah.
He game managed his way to a Super Bowl. He was in another. But he's on a loaded fucking team that has good defense, great offensive line, historically great running game last year. I mean, literally the most rushing yards in the history of football in a season last year. Have any of you ever heard me say he's the best quarterback in the league? One time?
No.
No.
Like, you could separate certain things. Like, I could tell you the arguments I'll receive if I make the Marino Aikman argument. Yes, but Aikman sacrificed for his team. He decided to play in this system that took care of the ball and put the running game first so that they could win. He sacrificed stats to win. And I'm like, maybe they just told him, hey, you're not fucking good enough to do what Dan Marino did.
Right.
And throw the ball 40 or 50 fucking times a game and still win. Because let's be honest, Dan Marino made the playoffs every year. It wasn't like he was just,
right.
Drew Brees at the beginning of his Saints career where they were winning 5 games and he was throwing for 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
This guy threw for 5,000 yards when most guys weren't throwing for 3,500.
Right.
Going for 5,000 yards in the 80s is kind of unreal.
Yes.
Yeah. It
Yes.
was.
And not just that, he threw 48 touchdowns with it
Yes.
in the 80s. That's insane.
That, by the way, that's the Marino argument is also being used against Stafford right now. Like, that's one of the other arguments against Stafford's MVP case is like, what was it, like 17 or 18 of his touchdowns were thrown from the 1-yard line. And like that was one of the Dan Marino things is like they get ball to the goal line where it should be an easy rushing touchdown and he'd throw it in. And, that was selfish football or whatever.
Well,
you know.
I think it's selfish football to hand the ball off to Jerome Bettis on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a
Exactly.
1 yard touchdown, whether it's passing or rushing? It can be selfish either way.
And it's really hard to throw passing touchdowns in condensed areas. So you're having to
I
put
agree.
the ball in one.
I think that too, but I was listening to.
Bill Simmons has talked about it several times.
Well, Simmons had some guys on his pod the other day, and he wasn't talking about it, but they were saying, I can't remember who it was. It was a national football writer, but he was saying that's an asinine argument that throwing touchdowns from the one is hard. And it was just like, no, that's not what's fucking hard about it? Well, I'm like, because you only have 7 yards.
Yeah.
You literally have the
Yeah, no,
smallest
really.
amount of
Yards,
space
I guess.
possible.
And there's,
Yeah.
Right.
there's
Like,
over
right.
20 players in that area.
Yeah.
And you have to fit it in a window like this, so only your guy
That's right.
can catch it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of them, him and Devontae, had a
Yes.
great connection down in
They
the red
did.
zone. So when it got down to, important moments, he was going to Devontae when they got close to the
Well,
goal line.
Devontae's big-bodied, but he's also a technician,
Yes.
which is helpful down there.
Yeah.
He's not just a guy that wins on athleticism or, being super quick or herky-jerky. He's a technician, which gets you open in small areas.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
there's something to be said for how you got down there, rewarding those guys.
True.
If you've passed your way down the field, why does the running back get the 1 yard touchdown? Why shouldn't the receiver get it that got you there?
And Kyron Williams had a good year.
Oh, he did.
I think I had him on one or two of my fantasy leagues, and he was very good.
And McVay spreads it out. I mean, Kyron got a lot of touchdowns.
And Kyron also catches the ball, runs the ball. Like I like him. He's
I mean,
good.
you got in. What's your else tight? Your else tight end had a good season. Parkinson or yeah.
Higbee was hurt most of the year. Our rookie didn't do bad. He came along at the end. Parkinson has been really good down around the end zone, too. Because he's a big guy.
He was the one that caught that crazy catch last
Yeah.
week, wasn't it? Or was it the week
Yeah,
before?
we
Wasn't
got
sure
him
it
from the
was.
Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be fired up this week.
Anyway, we probably ought to wrap it up, guys.
Yeah.
It's after 11. But we appreciate you tuning in for this QB rankings episode. We hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy doing these episodes. I think we're done until next year with our QB rankings. I know we discussed doing an after playoffs one, but I think we're going to scrap that. Just do our NBA rankings for the rest of the NBA season. And just so everybody's aware, I did not bring Way's jersey tonight. He finally showed up, and I didn't bring the jersey.
Thunder like last year.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we might be giving somebody 2 NBA jerseys by the time we get this done. Although nobody got a baseball jersey, and we're down to one guy that can get a football jersey. Yeah. All right. Well, that being said, let's get out of here. Thanks for tuning in to Sports the NEMO Way.